All right. Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. I'm sorry, I think I'm a few minutes late. Yeah, 4 minutes late, but that should be okay. Just trying to set up this multi-stream. So we are streaming directly to YouTube, to Instagram, to Twitch, to Band, and God knows how many other platforms we're streaming, right? So if you guys are here, be respectful. Let's stick to the content, right? Whatever we're talking about, let's stick to this. I had a brother who said, look, in the beginning, the first half of the show, let's talk with the community, thoughts and processes and whatnot, or whatever you guys have. Let's talk about it. So let's do a community engagement in the beginning half, and then we'll go into the other stuff, all the technical stuff, all the crypto stuff, because I think the brother likes the thoughts and all of that in the beginning. So we're going to talk about that. Why not? I don't see a problem with that. I know a lot of you guys don't have an attention more than 5 minutes, so you guys want this to be over ASAP. Hide of view chats. I don't know. So unless you guys chat, show chat. Yeah, unless you guys show. I wouldn't have a clue. I see hello here. Also, my brother, nice to see you. I believe you are hello, because this is a whole different format. It is able to show me chats in a different way, which I do respect, because at least it's clear, right? Because yesterday I couldn't see anything, and I'm sure you guys, if you watch the video, you'll see exactly what my problem was. The bottom two lines, I couldn't see it, so it is what it is, right? Please let me know if the audio is good. All right, if the audio is good, if the video is good. I know the video may look a little bit like a potato video. That's because it's streaming at 720. I'm using a different app. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, just did it, but I can't remember what it's called. But it doesn't do the best quality for whatever reason. 720 is the best you're gonna get, so it is what it is, right? Hello says yesterday it was all good. So what about today? Is it okay today? I mean, right now, is the audio good? If it's not, do you know what? I'll cancel this stream, completely cancel this stream, and then I'll restart a brand new stream. I don't have a problem. So if my community, if my members, if all the guys that come here, if you guys don't find it pleasing, right, to watch or hear, if the audio is bad or anything like this, then by all means you tell me, and I will stop this stream and I will start a brand new stream with the YouTube app, right? Hello says audio and video is fine, no problem. Thank you, my brother, appreciate that. So I mean, look, tell me what do you guys want to talk about? Of course, I'm going to talk about all the things that are wrong with the market, because I believe this market, everything that's happening right now, it's just ridiculous. It's pathetic. It doesn't make any sense. Like, when I'm looking at this entire market, nothing makes sense to me, right? We had an entire whole session yesterday. We had like an hour's worth of session talking about how everything looks bearish, right? Of course, on the lower time frame, things did look bullish, but on the higher time frame, they look bearish. However, look what the market did today. And I'm thinking, what the hell is going on, right? It just doesn't make any sense. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Again, I'm not sure. So I have no idea who's watching, who's not. I have no idea if this is going through the same format as it did before. So if you guys are here, please don't be shy. Say hi. My name is Sham. This is Sham Oxfiles. The truth is always out there. And we talk about certain things, like especially crypto, and of course any other thing as well. We don't have a problem here. We can talk about aliens and whatnot, and anything. Nothing is off bounds unless it's political, because I try and stay off the political stuff. Right? I'm not a political guy, so I stay off all of those things. Other than that, I'll talk about anything. You know, conspiracy is my best subject. I do like conspiracies. So I will give you a lowdown of the market, if that's what you guys want. Right? Desi Track, my brother. Nice to see you here, my brother. Hello says, just me so far. Everyone will come in eventually. Yes, it seems like they're coming in. I see KR. Nice to see you, my brother. I can read the chats. Finally, I could read the chat. Yesterday was crazy because it was so tiny, and I couldn't even read it properly. It was just crazy. It was just driving me mad. Desi, today we're going to talk about whatever. We're going to talk about all sorts of stuff, thoughts, and your questions and comments, whatever Q&A we have. Let's do that as you've suggested. We are going to continue with that, so we're going to do that in the beginning, and then later on we'll drop the crypto stuff, right? Why not, right? KR says we need some hopium. KR says, where do you think markets are going? Of course, I'm going to give you all of this, but I'm not going to give it to you in the beginning, because we have a suggestion. We're going to stick to that, right? We're going to stick to that. Let's do it in a particular way, right? So Daily dopamine here. Is that what you get? I don't know. I feel I'm not giving you guys enough dopamine. I feel like there's other YouTube channels out there with mass production, big crews, right? Big cameras, these massive 4K, 8K cameras giving you better content, right? Because remember, I'm not doing content here. I don't do content, right? I'm just here with you guys live. There is no content. What content? This is no pre-planned, no pre-scripted stuff, right? Do you know what I mean? There's not entertainment, you know what I mean, right? Of course, we get into that at some stage, but I'm just here, you know what I mean? So if that's dopamine, then yeah, give me some dopamine. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, we are going to talk about the market because every sort of wrong that I can see is happening right now, right, in the markets, right? Yesterday KR was trying to say something about Microsoft, and bro, you just should have just said it clearly. I think someone mentioned it on Discord. I think it was Costana. He mentioned it on Discord. That cleared it, right? And then DesiTrack mentioned it on the YouTube comment. That also cleared it for me as well. So I understand. So the only news I know so far, again, I haven't checked the news. I haven't gone to Google. I don't need none of that because I got you guys, right? DesiTrack said to me, Microsoft, like people on the board, right, whatever the board, right, they rejected BTC to be held onto the Microsoft balance sheet. However, they voted for Ethereum. So Ethereum looks positive, right? Great. I've kind of mentioned something. A lot of you guys probably haven't watched me from the past. If you have, like KR would probably know about it. Bubble and all the other guys that have been here for a long time, you would know about it. I've clearly mentioned to you guys that since the inception of Ethereum, Microsoft, and I've specifically said that Microsoft has had someone in the Ethereum Foundation since that day. So part of the Fortune 500 companies, majority of them have someone in Ethereum Foundation that they pay for to sit there with a desk, right? So of course they're going to be bullish on that. Why? Because they already invested. Do you think they invested here at $3,800 or whatever it's sitting at? What, $3,800? Bloody hell, $3,800? Do you think they buy now? Oh, they've been sitting on it since it was like $2. Do you know what I mean? They've been sitting on it since then. They're not talking about it. Okay, Microsoft publicly announcing whatever. That's a week later. Because that conversation that Microsoft had with Michael Saylor and his team, MicroStrategy and whatnot, that conversation already happened, right, a week prior. So whatever news you're hearing now is late news, you know? So based on that, obviously we saw a dump yesterday and all of a sudden everyone's thinking that had nothing to do with Microsoft. According to me, at least I think that had nothing to do with it because they're already in it, as far as I'm concerned, right? Yes, they've been in it. Ethereum Foundation, when Ethereum Foundation was formed, Ethereum took a whole bunch of investors in XYZ. And the technology was so good that Microsoft had someone, Microsoft, Google, and a few other large companies, like the Fortune 500, that's the best way I can say it, right? Because I can't name all of them off the top of my head. But they had people sitting there with desks. They paid for a person to sit there. Do you know what I mean? So Microsoft was already paying for someone to sit in Ethereum Foundation's office, right? Which they're paying for, you know, to collect data or do whatever. So they've been tracking. They've already invested. Remember what I said. A lot of the time, a lot of these massive mega corporations and institutions, they don't have to directly buy. So whatever strategy they made with MicroStrategy could be a freaking major strategy. So let's put it this way, right? Why do I have to directly buy an asset and take the risk? Why don't I buy an equivalent on paper? Do you know what I mean, right? Why don't I do it in a complete different? So there's multiple ways of doing things. So of course, Microsoft, the directors or whatever these guys are, right, or the board of members or whatever, again, depends on how much power they have. If they don't want to put it on the balance sheet, but they want Ethereum, then obviously, clearly, they've made a lot more on Ethereum. They probably see more benefit on Ethereum. And Ethereum is the grandfather of all smart contracts. And Ethereum right now not doing anything, I knew something was not right about it, right? It was disappointing me. Something wasn't right. That could only mean Ethereum's going to do something that's going to shock everybody. And when Ethereum does something, it's not going to last that long. So whatever happens at that time, you guys want to trail it, right? And, you know, stop loss and get out, right? I don't want to mention stop loss, but you want to get out because Ethereum's going to do something insane, you know, and probably my prediction of the 13K, like what I've wanted this season, right? It's not a prediction. I wanted to see a 13,000. So that's a different story. It's not a prediction. In the future, yes, I do have a prediction for $28,000. So that's a prediction, right? That's in the future. Could happen anytime. Could happen this season. I don't know. That's a prediction. But the 13K is a number based on maths that I would love to see, based on Fibonacci, that I think is possible. And I would definitely love to see it. Faisal's here. Salam, my brother. What happened, Faisal? I thought you were going to be here later. So, yeah, I told you you're going to be here. I knew you were going to be here. Right? So, that's what it is. So, you know, end of the day, when you, like the way I look at it is, how would I say this? The way I look at it is, look, they already invested in it at some stage, right? Even if they didn't invest, they probably got some, whatever. Because you don't just put someone, you don't pay someone to sit in somebody else's office and you're paying from your pocket. You don't do that. You know what I mean? You don't do that, right? You do that for a reason. Whatever the reason is, you do that for a reason. That's all I know. So that's what's happening in my opinion, right? So Ethereum is going to do something. However, Desi, you mentioned something and I want to kind of talk about that. So obviously what I've said about the market, right? So on yesterday's last live stream we did in the evening, I did specifically say to everyone, I said, guys, I'm personally looking to hold off. So I'll go home and I'll start picking some of the coins. And I picked about 50%. So I'm still in 50% cash, right? But I'll go home and I'll pick a bunch of coins. Ethereum's one of them. Solana's one of them. So I've picked a whole bunch of coins, right? Even BTC, I picked a bunch of coins, right? So I picked them up. No worries. You know, we pumped a few percent. So what? It doesn't matter. I'm not too concerned. I've got a stop loss and I bought it with a stop loss. But went back in. However, I'm still going to hold off with my other 50% until Sunday. Because, look, whatever happens on a 12-hour, whatever happens on a 24-hour, it doesn't really change my mind just like that. I don't forget that quickly. When I've seen a data, I'm with that data. And so far, right, of course, the RSI flipped bullish, right? Of course it did, right? But everything else is still saying that, yes, we still have a little bit of bearish signs, right? Adil, also my brother. Nice to see you, my brother. So, salam to you as well. So that's what I'm seeing right now. So BTC going to 100K today. I have no idea why it did it. I'm sure someone's going to connect some news, right? Someone's going to connect some news. Someone will probably come and say, and I mentioned this the other day as well, there are religious leaders around the world. And I mentioned this, like religious leaders, Muslim leaders, Christian leaders, Buddhist leaders, Jewish leaders promoting it, right? And Buddhist one is quite good, right? Bhutan is going to hold it on its balance sheet, right? Bhutan, right? The country whose GDP is happiness, people's happiness. That's a good thing. Right, it's a good. So I'm sure someone's going to connect some dot and say, "Oh, this is why it pumped today." But no, I think this is a relief rally. I think this is a relief rally. Of course, none of this could be true, right? This could potentially be a genuine pump, right? And what I said the other day as well, so you never know. Even though we're in it, I said this last night, guys, not long ago, last night, about 14 hours ago, I said this, right? I said, look, even though we're on the overbought on the weekly, we could easily come down. Right, we could easily come down. However, we could easily flip back up again because being overbought on a weekly doesn't necessarily mean anything. Yes, on a higher time frame, if it is showing bearish, we can continue down. However, we can also flip back up again. And there are certain numbers that we need to get above, and I kind of showed that yesterday. But today, when I'm looking at the market, right? Give me 1 second. Let me just get rid of this. I don't know what happened. And my app updated. It's not the same. So when I'm looking at BTC today, sitting at 100K. Right, green freaking candle, right? Oh my god, we got a green candle. Well, that green candle is nothing. That green candle is nothing because that green candle hasn't invalidated the last two candles, because the last two candles is bearish on the daily. The last two candles is bearish, right? Because the highest candle, red candle we got prior to that is around, and I'll tell you where it was, 101,800, just say 102,000. It's below that. So if this candle closes below that, okay, we can hope for a positive candle, but we still have all the way until Sunday to close that week. And if the weekly candle isn't higher than the previous candle, we have a problem on our hands. Do you know what I mean? All right. Adil says, thanks, bro. He's saying thanks to Faisal, basically. He's saying, thanks, bro. Happy to be here. Feel blessed. I'm part of a group that are ahead of everyone. Let's hope so, brother. That's the whole idea. We just want to be ahead of everyone. That's the most important thing. Of course, like, I'm just going to tell you, like I always say to you guys, it's not financial advice. Do whatever you want to do. It's entirely up to you how you do it, right? but I'm just going to tell you what the moves are going to be. You know what I mean? And then you do whatever. So here, I'm telling you guys that I still don't feel comfortable with what I'm seeing right now. This move is all sorts of wrong. All the technical patterns are saying it needs to bleed, but this thing is pumping up. What the hell is going on? Do you know what I mean? So because of that, I'm a bit cautious. However, yesterday when it did bleed out, okay, fine, I've gone back in, right? And for me, that was with the intention of dollar cost averaging in. So if it bled a little bit more, I still had enough funds remaining to go back in and buy some of the dips. However, it didn't. It didn't. And I'm thinking, I don't like this because this is not right. This shouldn't have happened. This does not look like a pattern. This is like undecided. When I've kept on mentioning undecided, this is the definition of undecided. What direction do you want to go, dude? Make your mind up, right? Just get it done and over with. You know what? You're going to go up, no problem, right? We'll follow along, we'll long it, and we'll 10x the money, and we'll bring back the BTC or crypto we lost. But let us know. Do you know what I mean? You got to let us know. Faisal says, it's love for the love here. We're all here to have fun and hopefully make some money along the way. God willing. Of course, my brother, that's the most important thing. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing. So, guys, if you guys have any other questions or anything, throw it away. Chuck it at me, right? Chuck it at me. I will do my best to answer them if I have the answers. If I don't, then I'll just put my hands up and say, no, I'm not going to make anything up here. We're not going to fake it till we make it here. You know what I mean? We're going to make it or not. That's one or the other. Adil Irfan says, Shambro, I'm seeing a lot of this 589 from the XRP community, wondering if you're seeing it as well, hoping that XRP veterans in the group might have more knowledge. The veteran is right there. Faisal is the veteran. But no, the 589 doesn't make sense. Let me explain to you, right? Remember, there's 100 billion token. If you have 100 billion tokens and you do a 589, right, you're literally saying that it's going to be worth 589 billion. Right? No, it's not even freaking no, it's not. If that's the case, you're saying the whole thing's going to be worth like bloody 50 trillion. Come on, be reasonable. Come on, not 589. No, that's too much, right? That's too much, right? That's too much. that's like bloody trillions. No, bro. Remember, $10 takes us to 1 trillion. $10 takes us to 1 trillion. So if you multiply that, right, into whatever, right, 50, it's ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. You know, you're talking about $50 trillion just for XRP. Yeah, by the way, yes, it is possible when the dollar dissolves completely. And talking about dollar, I do want to kind of emphasize this as well, and hope you guys actually understand this as well, guys. There's a war going on right now. There's a big, massive war going on. And I'm not talking about Syria. I'm not talking about Palestine. I'm not talking about none of those. I'm talking about Ukraine. No, we're not talking about that war. That war's nothing important, right? That's just basically people just fighting with their ego and other people getting hurt in the process. We're not talking about that. There's an actual global financial war going on, right? And this war isn't something that's just happened now. This has been going on for millennia. One group of people, so let me give you a little bit of context, right? I'm not going to give you dates or anything. I don't want to make you guys all crazy here, but let's put it this way, right? So if you go back a few thousand years, there were groups of people who fought for control, right? And when they fought for control, they wanted to monetize, and they printed their own money and whatnot. So they had that control, and these are empires, right? So we've had empires who had their own coins, and those coins were circulated through many parts of Europe and other parts of the world, right? So people used to use those for trade, and that's like a global currency, right? In fact, the current our financial system is based on a system that's just over 1,000 years old, right? More than 1,000 years old, actually. Almost 1.5, 2,000 years old probably. It's based on a system there. Of course, a lot of people think about it, oh, it was the Italian, the Medicis and this and that. They didn't. No, they took on something that the Crusaders were doing. So originally it was the Crusaders basically, and they were not doing it for any bad reason. Originally it started basically, if you're going to go to the pilgrimage and this and that, and you wanted to protect yourself, then you can leave it with us, and then we'll give you a promissory or note, right? Whatever the note was, right? And then you can go and come back and do whatever. That was how the banking started anyway. So there's a group of people who understand this, right? And it's always been currency. It's always been money, because you have the money, you have the power, right? And currently, US is losing that power. So US, years, like 1,000 years down the line, for whatever reason, US comes into power. right? So US, I mean, before that it was the pound, right? And before that, probably something else. So ultimately, US came into power and US became the global currency, right? Global reserve, right? Which, as I said, other in history, other empires have also done that. So USA is literally an empire. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. It's all good. However, they also have something called the World Bank. They also have something called the IMF, International Monetary Fund. Now, the biggest problem is with the IMF and the World Bank, they decide how much to give to who. It's like a credit system, who to give money to, what to give, what for, and this and that. And there's always a catch, right? Let's put it this way. There's always a catch, right? So you want money from us for developments or whatever. Well, you're going to sell your soul and then we're going to give it to you, right? And a lot of people have, by the way, a lot of people have. So at the end of the day, yeah, some people have gone filthy rich over this, right? But leaving all of that aside, there are a few companies who suffer from sanctions and all sorts of embargoes and whatnot, right? So sanctions especially, right? And this has become a common theme, right? So it's been going on for like close to 100 years now, where some countries feel like, hold on, you're like a freaking bully. You want to give us money, you want something from us, right? And then on top of that, if we don't listen to you, or we don't bend down the way you want us to, right, or take our pants down for you, all of a sudden, you're going to basically just sanction us. We can't do trade. So, you know what? Sorry, we've had enough of this. We don't need this bullying nature. So that's the war going on right now. Hence, and I'm talking about BRICS, basically. So that's when the BRICS came in and they said, right, okay, we're going to try and create a brand new financial system. So BRICS is not a power grab or money. It's got nothing to do with money, by the way. It's just got to do with money, like freedom of movement, like money without any catch, right? So China's part of it, Russia's part of it. Nobody's saying use my currency. So they're not saying, oh, it's going to be digital yuan. No one's saying it's going to be Russian rubles. India's not saying it's going to be rupees. No, it's none of that business. They're all part of it, right? But what they're saying is, look, why don't we have a fund similar to the International Monetary Fund, BRICS similar to the World Bank, and we will happily lend to other countries so they can be better with their infrastructures and everything, so they can build better and get things cheaper or whatever without the catch. Do you know what I mean? That's all they're doing. And that's a war, because now you're saying, hold on, there's an empire out there. You want to topple that empire. There's a war going on. And this war is going to impact the financial markets, especially in the Western world, more than anything else. Of course, global, we're going to see some global bloodbath, right? We're going to see that at some stage. So when that comes, I don't know what's going to happen, bro. So it's going to be some crazy, crazy stuff. It's not current. So let me read some of the chats and see what's going on here. Let me read some of the chat. Okay. KR says, smash the like. Yes, please, smash the like. Currency war. So Desitrack, currency war. Yes. So it's not currency war. Advanced Gaming says, wait for the BRICS to come live. They are already live. They've already lended somewhere around 20 or 30 billion dollars from their institutions. They've already done that, brother. So they are live, right? And more new countries are joining them. For example, there's a bunch of countries in EU, sorry, not EU, the Emirates, like what are they called? I forgot what they called. Anyway, they're joining up as well. So there's a lot of people are joining. And by the way, they're not joining for political reasons. They're joining because it's fair money. Fair money. People want money without conditions, right? That's all they want. So that's the war. The war is, hold on, we had this global dominance, we had this global control, right? Every country will bend to us when they need money. Floods, this, that, whatever, war, even war is worth money as well. You go and destroy a whole country. Well, of course, they got to build, right? So if they got to build, they got to come and borrow. And when they borrow, they got to bend over, take the pants down for us, right? Simple as that. But unfortunately, you know what I mean? So with the BRICS, they're just changing that rule. They're saying, well, hold on. We don't need that. We don't. It's not about trade. It's not about currency. Nothing like that. No other country's money is going to be worth more or less. No, it's just going to stay the same. But that lending in between, without condition, that changes everything. Hence why a lot of people find this to be lucrative, and they're like, hold on, why are we part of the other system? Sorry, to trade oil and this and that. But hold on, how does it benefit us? Trump turned around recently, right? Again, I've heard this. I don't know if it's true or not. Apparently, Trump said, if anyone goes and joins BRICS, right, we're going to put 100% tariff and you can't trade in our country. Hold on, you're just shooting yourself in the foot without actually thinking about it. Isn't this a declaration of war? Isn't this a declaration? So, hold on. Sorry, you're not the world. You're just one part of America. And even then, you're just a very small part. You're not part of South America. You're just Central America. You're not even North America, because that's Canada, right? So hold on. If you actually look at the map and really take away the other countries, what USA, the states of USA, is only a very small portion in the middle, Central America, basically. So hold on, you're not the globe, right? There are billions and billions of people out there. There are hundreds of countries out there, mate, right? So you want to shoot yourself in the foot, by all means. You want to go and produce your own goods and do whatever, go for it. You want to stop global trade, go for it, because that's what you're going to be doing. Where's the resolution? To come up with a resolution. Maybe there are some policies that need to be changed. Maybe World Bank needs to change how it operates. Maybe IMF needs to start changing how it operates, right? Maybe they need to stop having it run on the shadows, run by the CIA. They need to stop that. That's what I'm going to say, but I'm not going to say anything else because we can go craps here, right? So, yeah, I mean, they are alive. As far as I'm concerned, they are alive. They're already doing their thing. And hence why a lot of people are jumping on board, because they see benefits, right? That's how I see it anyway. But again, that's my views. There's not any other views. Oh, it is what it is. You know what I mean, right? Faisal says, Irfan, 589 is a meme, bro. Something that insiders shill to XRP community of hype, nothing more, and try to stay cautious times with targets. Iron says, sell your crypto when you guys like this, start speaking on it. What? Irons, I have no idea, bro, what you're talking about. Advanced Gaming laughed. I have no idea. Right. Okay. Here, by the way, I do advise people to sell. Stop loss and sell, right? Sell. So, I'm not here for the hype. So just in case you are under the impression we're here for the hype, no, you're not. You're wrong. That's not what we're here for. Also, let me see what we got here. Right. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to see something. Right. Any other comments? Any other chats? Let me know, guys. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, there's actually like a massive war going on right now, and it's pretty much a declaration of war from both parties, in my opinion. Some people will see it as a good thing. Most people will follow their news. Unfortunately, mainstream media, and yeah, everyone's a bad thing. But I actually don't see it as a bad thing, to be honest. I don't see it. If it includes other countries and allows them to, have a better life, or people to have a better thing, there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Because why would you want conditions on everything? Yeah, that's what it is. Well, anyway, it is what it is, right? That's how empires work. I don't know how empires work. I've never run one, so I wouldn't have a clue. I haven't even voted for anybody, so yeah, let alone I would understand politics. Don't understand politics, as I said. So guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm going to be waiting for your questions. Yeah, but let me know. Let me know. Let's see what the market's doing right now. Let's see what the market is doing right now. All right. Let's see. I'm waiting for your, I don't even know, I mean, if the chats are on or not. So let's have a look. Yeah, I'm waiting for you guys to say something. If you're still here, if I haven't chased everyone away with the bricks and you, because I know a lot of people don't want to hear these kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Sui meme coins, yeah, Sui, they're launching a whole bunch of them. There's they just recently launched one. I think they launched one today. It was a very big one. On one of my Telegram bots, they were announcing it, that they were launching something crazy. So yeah, Sui meme coins, great. Again, guys, if you go into the meme coins, remember one thing: as soon as you make money, if you make money, right, if you're lucky enough to make money, sell and get your initial out. Have fun. That's all it is. Make sure any one of these coins, any one of these coins, make sure that you're having fun. Nothing more. Just have fun, because if you're not having fun, you're gonna have an issue there. All right. Advanced Gaming says, try to turn 1K trying to go with Sui meme coins. Can be done. By the way, it can be done. I mean, there are times when you can put $1,000 in, right, and make 30K out of it. So if you do that 2-3 times, 20-30K, easy, by the way, they're easy, right? But the risk is also there that you got to risk that $1,000 or whatever, right? Because a lot of the time when you're playing meme coins, you got to be in and out as soon as possible, right? Because they move very fast, and if you're not out, believe me, someone else is going to take all the cash, because that's what it is. Like a lot of these meme coins, one of the things I hate about them, and to be honest, this is the one thing I hate about them, is a lot of the meme coins, some of the like people who created it, they have multiple wallets, and they have a stash of sitting there basically. So they'll launch it and they'll pump the coin, right? Pure manipulation. They'll pump it and people go in, but too many people think it's going to keep on going higher. In my opinion, no. When you made 300%, you need to start taking your initial out ASAP, right? And then obviously if it goes higher, great, no problem. But you're not risking your own funds. But a lot of the time, I've seen people going with $1,000 and come back with that $100 because someone's already taken the cash. Because that's what it is. It's like a casino. You know, whoever wins has to take ASAP. If you don't, then someone else is going to take it, because that fund is not sitting there for you to go whenever you like. You can't just, you know, buy and hodl and chill. No, you got to basically take that out ASAP, because if you don't, you got a problem. So that's what that is. I hope people understand this. So I'm just looking at the charts. Advanced Gaming says yes, 100%. That's what it is. Have fun. Listen, meme coins have fun. Meme coins have fun. You know, there are coins you're serious about. By the way, there are coins we are serious about, like BTC, Ethereum, Solana, Crypto.com, XRP, XLM, what's it called? Flare Network, Songbird, what's the other one? Sui, Say, Aptos. I'm giving you a whole list of coins, right? Arbitrum, Optimism, BNB, right? I can give you a whole list of coins, and I'm not even looking at my chart, by the way, because my chart is completely different. On my chart I have a select few, but I'm talking about coins that, yeah, I'm super bullish on, and those are coins we buy and we hold. We don't worry too much about the hyper parabola, because of course when they go there we're going to dump, right? But I don't worry too much about them, because most often than not, you're not going to really lose your money. Yes, the market goes down, you're going to bleed out, right? What are you going to do? If you haven't got a stop loss, you're going to lose out, right? You just haven't cashed out. The fiat values drop. But this is the thing that a lot of people don't see. If you bought 10 coins, like, just give a nice example. You bought 10 Sui, right? You spent like, what, $25, $30 to buy 10 Sui. Well, your valuation might drop to, I don't know, 10 of them now worth $10, right? So you've lost 60%. That's fine. You still have 10 Sui. You buy half a BTC or buy one BTC. When the price drops, you still have the BTC. So that means it's got a better chance that on the way up, or when we come back again, even if you have to hodl, right? but you know, without a choice, you hodled without a choice. So you had no choice but to hodl, right? It will come back. But with the meme coins, you're going to hodl. It's never coming back, because there's going to be 10,000 more replacing it tomorrow. Right, that's what you got to understand. I mean, depending on which arena it is, but that's the reality of meme coins, right? So they're not long term, they're short term. Even like people talk about Dog with Hat, Pepe, Brett, Bonk, and this and that. All of those coins, right? Shib, Silent Sweep. I don't know if you're here. He mentioned Shib. Yes, Shib looks strong on the chart. It looks strong, but it's suffering like everybody else. Can we see a possible pump? Right? Possibly, right? But those of you who have bought it earlier on, you're fine. But anybody who's going to jump on it now, right? Assuming, for example, what you said, like, oh, make 1K into 100K. That's a risk. That's a gamble. You know what? Even if you do want to do that, then I would say go and leverage it. This is not financial advice, but go and leverage it. You got a better chance of leveraging one of those established meme coins than basically trying a new one. You understand? With a new one, you're going to go in, no problem. Go in with the intention to have a bit of fun. When it pumps, right? You know, you obviously, we want to make 1K into 100K. Yeah. But if the 1K doesn't go to 100K, goes to 2K, 3K, take your initial out, right? Then you'd see what I mean. Take your initial out, because a lot of the time, this is the thing a lot of people don't see as well. Liquidity. So when you're in a meme coin arena, right? I call it a freaking arena. There's a reason behind this, right? So you go into the meme coin arena, you play. You are good to sell as long as there's liquidity, right? When the liquidity is gone, who are you going to sell to? There's no liquidity. Who are you going to sell to? Oh man. You tell us, Hyper Viper, you tell us, how does it taste? I'm sure you've got experience in tasting it, yeah? Happy days. Oh man, we get so many freaking comedians come along. So many. What do you think? This is OnlyFans? You want me on OnlyFans? No worries, yeah, I'll go and open on OnlyFans. You can come there and I can do whatever you want. You're gonna pay for it. How about that? Oh my days. So that's what it is, guys. That's what it is. When you play with certain things, you got to play it with in a certain way. As long as you understand the risks, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You know, I always say to people, look, we come in crypto, when we're coming into crypto, we're always coming in to make money, right? We're always coming in to make money, right? That's the whole thing. That's the truth, right? We came in, we want to make money, we want to have a better life, we want to, you know, have more wealth or whatever, right? That's the initial intention. Of course, a lot of us, like, we stay, we remain in the market. So it's not like we made the money and we get out. We come back for more because we're so excited, we come back for more, right? But at some stage, we stop being serious. At some stage, we stop being serious, right? So for me, like being in this for 9 years, I stopped being serious. Now the way I look at it is like, okay, I've got to be strategical. I have to have a plan. I have to buy at a specific time. I have to sell at a specific time or sell on a specific trend. However, there are plenty of new projects coming, meme coins, AI coins, gaming coins, and so many other categories out there. It's just unbelievable, right? So out of those, of course, I'll pick some, right, that I'm serious about, and I'll pick some that I'm not serious about. But whatever I'm not serious about, I don't dismiss them. Like, oh, this is a crap coin. I don't dismiss it. So if someone comes up to me and says to me, oh, this coin's worth, it's got a market cap of 250k, which is nothing, right? Years ago, we wouldn't even touch a coin with 250k. Okay, it's got 250k. What do you think? Chuck $100. Have a bit of fun, right? So that's what we do now. We just have fun. That's the most important thing. Desitrack says BRICS. Yes, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa is the original BRICS. And then recently other countries have started to join, so they're not even mentioned in the original title, right? BRICS is using a protocol that was originally, so the project BRICS is using for their monetary system, right? They originally was working back in 2019. They were working with the International Bank of Settlements or something. That particular bank. They're the ones. They got together. China and all of that got together. Iran is also part of it as well, by the way. So they got together and they built this system, like a new payment gateway system. It's very fast, super fast, faster than Visa or whatever, and it worked, right? And I think they called it something viable product, right? MVP, something like mostly viable or whatever it's called. I don't even know what the acronym means, right? But anyway, MVP, right? So they said, right, it's a viable product. Let's test it. They tested it in 2021. It worked flawlessly. We don't know where they tried it or who they used it, or we don't know, but it worked. But the International Bank of Settlements, they decided to pull out. USA basically decided to pull out. The reason is because China's in there, Iran's in there, and Russia's in there. They didn't like that. They were like, no, we don't want to deal with these countries because they got an issue. Now with China, there's another reason. So basically there is a like a presidential thing, like a congressional like a document that says America cannot do business with China, right, on financial things. So that's one of the reasons why they won't do it. You know what I mean? And Russia obviously has been sanctioned, so that's another story. They won't do it. So that's the thing. And then Iran is sanctioned as well, so they won't do it. So that's the situation. I mean, if you go back a few years, a lot of people won't go back that far, right? If you go back a few years, like back in the 1970s and 79, I mean, USA and Iran were in bed together. Do you know what I mean? They were making love every other day, to the point where they had, you know, the actual money printing, USA, the US dollar money printing machine in Iran. It was in Iran. They were printing money in Iran. That's how much they were in bed with each other. Do you know what I mean? So let's not talk about it. But that's what it is. Oh, man. Advanced Gaming says, couldn't have said it better. It is what it is, my brother. It is what it is. What can we do? Oh, man. Faisal says, sensible people, not obese or idiots. Bro, it's fine. It's fine. You know what? I can't be bothered. There is a time, like sometimes, you know when I'm serious, then I'm like, yeah, get the hell out of here, right? Stick it up wherever, right? You know what I mean? Because I'm freaking serious. I'm trying to get a message out there. But I've given my message. Today we're here for a chill out. We're here to chill. End of the day, we're here to talk amongst ourselves and have a good time, right? That's the most important thing. So let's not care about them. Of course, if somebody wants to see me do something, yeah, OnlyFans, bro. Yeah, I'll open up an OnlyFans if that's how much you know what I mean? OnlyFans. Why not? Why not? There's a product out there we can use, you know? So yeah, we can do that. It's not an issue. People sell their souls. I'm not going to sell my soul. You want me to eat some booger? No problem, bro. No problem. OnlyFans it is. Oh, man. Faisal says, we're here to chill, but no need for idiots. He's been timed out anyway. Awesome, my brother. No problem. That's what you guys are here for. Do you know what I mean? That's what you guys are here for. That's the reason why I was like, you know what, I'll leave it with you guys, because for me it's a bit finicky. I don't know what I'm going to press. I don't know what I'm going to do. So at least I've given that control to you guys, so you guys could do whatever. You can kick, time out, do whatever. Doesn't matter. It's up to you guys. Have fun. Listen, guys, have fun. You're here, have fun. That's what I'm going to say, right? I don't even know how many people are on the stream, by the way. Honestly, I have no idea. Let me see if I can see any data. I can see there's 4 people on the stream. But again, this app I'm using is not the best. Like, for example, I know very well if I use the YouTube Direct app right now, so if I use YouTube Direct just to stream to YouTube, then currently we would have had at least 100 people visiting us, at least, if not 1,000. Because I know we get some big data from YouTube right now, because YouTube algorithm is loving me, right? It's loving the fact that you guys are coming to the show. It's loving the fact that you guys stay on the show for a long period of time. It's loving that, by the way. So this is thanks to all of you guys. YouTube algorithm is now pushing my videos out. Impressions, I think there was something I saw the other day. I had like 200,000 impressions in a single day. I didn't get that in a month for some videos, right? I was getting that in a single day, right? That's just crazy. So it's insanity. So I know that I could get more viewers, more people coming on. I mean, yesterday, even when the chat died out, we had like, at any given time, we had like 30 to 50 people on the stream any given time. So yeah, I mean, you get big numbers. So I don't know, but listen, it doesn't matter. As long as one of you are here, I'm still here. When all of you go, when I see that thing go to 0, I'm off. I'm off. You know what I mean? I'm off. So yeah. Let's see what it does. Let's see. Any other questions, my brother Desi? Other than BRICS, any other question? Oh, sugar. BRICS, he meant Brazil, Russia, India, China, and Sham. Bro, I didn't realize. Oh my God. You know, I just looked at it and now it made sense to me what you wrote. Now it made, oh my God. No, bro. Faisal says, insane numbers, Sham. The last several streams have been awesome. New people, current people, it's great. Exactly. I mean, we've had loads of subscribers. I think this week we had 135 new subscribers, which is great. Yesterday's last live, so first live stream, we had around 300 people on the live stream, like coming and going and this and that. But the last one we did, we had 1,700 people coming and going, and we did another one earlier to that. We had about 2,001 people coming and going, 2,100 coming and going. Yo, Mark, what's happening, my brother? Yo. Nice to see you here, brother. Nice to see you here. But yeah, the channel's growing nice. This format does work. So I want to thank the brother. I forgot his name. He suggested, and I said, you know, and I promised him, I said, I will do it. I would, because I know about it. Because, you know, when you go to, you know, like, I don't know if you guys have a YouTube channel. I mean, Desi Track does. I know he has a YouTube channel. When you go to your dashboard, like when you open up YouTube and you open up your dashboard, there are suggestions like YouTube gives to creators. So on one of those suggestions, like for all the suggestions they've ever done, I've got them, right? They said monetize, I've done it. They said do this, I've done it. They said add shop, I've done everything they've asked me. I've done it to a certain limit, right? Obviously it's not the best, but I've done it. And then they couldn't suggest anything. So they were like, have you tried vertical? You should try vertical because you're going to get more views. And I understood why. I was like, yeah, but I like my horizontal. And I knew about it, so to speak. And then the other brother came in the other day and I said to him, I said, you know what? Yeah, okay, I'll promise I will do it. So since then, we've been doing vertical. And yeah, we are getting a lot more views. Exactly what YouTube. Victor, yes, that's it. You know, so respect to Victor for encouraging me to do it, because I knew about it, but I just wasn't getting down to it. But because I made the promise to him, I'm doing it now. You know what I mean? So, but I am going to do some vertical, horizontal, by the way. So there is, for example, Desi Track, he said something about like looking at charts and whatnot, and you know how we do certain things. I would love to do that again, like I did last night. I would love to do that again, but I don't think a vertical is the best for that. On a mobile phone, it's not the best. This is on a mobile phone, it's not the best, right? I would definitely do it on a horizontal from a computer, so that way you get more information and you can see things clearly as well, because this doesn't help. The way I'm doing it here, it doesn't help. You got good memory, Faisal. You got good memory, brother. It was Victor. Yes, Victor. So Victor's here. Thank you very much. If it's not, then I'm still leaving it there anyway. Thank you very much, Victor, for the suggestion and the encouragement for me to do this. I do appreciate that, because I know he said like, oh, by the 25th, right? It was the 25th of December, by Christmas, right? I was like, yeah, why not? I want to see you on the stream as well. So, you know, I respect everyone at the end of the day. If someone shows love and respect, you give them back. You know what I mean? It doesn't cost anything. That's the most important thing. It doesn't cost anything. A bit of love, a bit of respect, a bit of friendship. Doesn't cost anything. You know? So, yeah. Mark, what's happening? Any questions, my brother? Let's move over to the... Faisal says, come on, bro. We don't have TikTok brains here. Who? TikTok what? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. What TikTok? Anyway, let's go into the charts a little bit, right? So I'm going to talk about the charts a little bit. Okay, so what I'm seeing, right? I'm going to give you the current price of all of the things. So total market cap currently sitting at $3.51 trillion on the total, so I'm using TradingView, by the way, guys. So your data may be different if you're looking at elsewhere. So on TradingView, I'm seeing $3.51 trillion for the total market cap. Okay, fine. BTC at $101,000. Great, no problem. Ethereum back at 3,800. Okay, no problem. Right, Crow at 18 cents, no problem. Right, Say at 59 cents, no problem. And I'll tell you why I'm saying no problem in a bit. Right, Pepe back at 25. So I'm only giving you that, my current holding list, by the way. I'm not throwing anything else. Of course, if you guys have a coin that's on TradingView, yeah, I'll shout the number out as well. Right, XRP at $2.43, no problem. Right, BNB at 708, no problem. Right, and my brother Bubble's not here. E-Gold at 46.93, let's just say $47, no problem. Right, Flare back at 29, not a problem. In fact, that's a bargain. That's a bargain. That's a buy the dip opportunity. That's a buy. Songbird 12 cents, that's a buy. Right, so I'm just gonna say that's a buy. Right, no, those are buys. Right, okay. Now, why did I say no problem? No problem, because what's happened is, yes, we went below our support zones. So yesterday we fell below our support zone. Luckily today we're back up above our support zone. Nothing incredible, nothing great. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that support is being respected. Simple term. That support is being respected. Now, other people might have other supports, right? You might see other numbers being thrown out there, but my numbers are quite old. Right, so my lines that I drew, they're old lines. They're not from when we went to 100k. These lines have existed way before we even went to 70k. Right, let's just put it this way. Right, these are my target lines. Right, and I've talked about certain supports and this and that where we have to be above. So that's one of the reasons why I don't change them, because these are based on historical data. So the support, where I'm looking at a resistance, for example, that's a historical resistance that we need to get above. So currently, all of them have managed to kind of get above, if not they're battling it out. So forget the color. The green doesn't matter. The color green candles, all of that, none of that matters. What matters is we've gone above, or at least we've tested that support, the resistance. Well, support became resistance, and currently a lot of them have gone up. Right, for example, I mentioned BTC. So BTC, its support was around 96, right? Very mini support around 96, and of course a better support was below that. Right, it's gone above that. That's a good thing. Right, now we just need to make sure the candle closes and stays above. Right, next few days just stay above, we're fine. When you're looking at Ethereum, that's currently above its support, because the 3,800 was kind of the support area. Do you know what I mean? The resistance area now, right, technically, but it's kind of trying its best to be above that line. It's not quite there yet, but it's trying. I respect that, no problem. So that's okay. You know, Crow was 17 cents and something, right? It's at 18. It's okay, so we can accept that. That's what I'm trying to say. So if we look at certain things and the certain prices, like Say was about supposed to be 58 cents, it's at 59. It's above that support. You know what I mean? So we broke through the support. Now we're above the support, which is the resistance. So we're above the resistance. It's confusing to say, but that's where we are, which is a good thing. All we need now is for the candles to close positive. But we're not out of the woods yet. Let's just put it this way, right? Because we have to still invalidate the candle we had 2 days ago, right? So there was a particular candle we've had on the 9th of December, right? Every single chart has it, doesn't matter what coin you have. On the 9th of December, there's a candle. We have to invalidate and print something above that candle. That's all we have to do. As long as we can go above that candle, we're going to be positive. So far, yeah, we're testing it. That's what I'm going to say. We're testing it. Nothing important. All right. So there's loads of stuff here. Let's see what's going on. Mark says, no questions. I tuned in late and at the gym. No problem, my brother. Carry on. I saw the thumbnail, but I think it went up quick because Michael Saylor is buying at 200 million a day. Michael Saylor's got plenty of money to burn, bro. It's just free money and all that loan he's getting, because what he's trying to do is, he knows very well, this is a theory, by the way, this is a theory. Michael Saylor gets money at ridiculously low rates, right? Because he kind of leverages it against his company, which is fine. And the institute, whoever's the bank is, they're giving it to him, right? So they give him XYZ billions of dollars, right? Fine. He gets to sell his shares, people buy, his company's worth more, so he can borrow more. And then he's getting these crazy loans. But when the banks dissolve, when the banks vanish, Michael Saylor knows this. He doesn't even have to pay them. When the dollar goes, what do I pay with? Because remember, if the dollar goes to, this is hilarious, you're going to love this one. This is a legal problem. This is a legal problem. You're going to love this one, right? You're going to love this one. Imagine today you borrow, I'm just going to, like, hypothetically, right? Imagine today you borrowed $1 million. You borrowed $1 million, right? And you've got 5 years to pay it back. And you don't even have to pay installments, right? So you got a nice deal. You don't even have to pay installments, right? You can pay them 5 years down the line. Just pay it and you'll be fine, right? And there's a very small 0.5% you're going to pay. So you borrowed $1 million and all you're going to pay is them $50,000 as interest, right? Anyway, before your 5 years terms is over, money collapses. Money collapses, and all of a sudden, right now, your $1 million is worth $10 million. How much do you actually have to pay them back? $1 million. You get to keep $9 million. It's crazy, but that's the reality. That's how it works. So Michael Saylor has made a calculated catch. It's all calculated. His buy was calculated. So let's see what happens. Desi Track says, "Hi Matt, catch up with the video from the start, informative." I hope so, my brother. I hope so, and I do appreciate, Desi, that you think it's informative. Of course, I'm just dropping my own knowledge and whatever you guys share with me, because there are things I don't know. Like, for example, I had no idea about Microsoft, all of that malarkey. It doesn't bother me. They're just noise. These noise doesn't bother me, because everyone else likes to connect those dots, right, after it's happened. But why? I already knew about Microsoft like over a week ago. So why was Microsoft so important last couple of days? We already knew about Microsoft. You can see it's in one of the lives, one or two of the lives I've talked about it. So if I've talked about it way before Microsoft even announces all of this, it's old news. And that's one of the things that I don't like doing. I don't like to regurgitate everything everyone's already done. That's history. What are we talking about that for? It's history. We don't need to know about history. We want to know what's going to happen tomorrow. We want to know what's happening today. Do you know what I mean? So that's the most important thing. El Haz says, Polygon and Stellar. Polygon is a good coin. Polygon, I suggested everybody to buy and just forget about it when we were somewhere around the region of about 26 or 30 cents, somewhere around there. Currently, it's pretty much almost keeping up with Cardano, right? In fact, it probably do even better. So Polygon, every season, it does really well, right? When it dumps hard. But when it pumps really hard as well. So Polygon has a massive following, right? It's one of those kind of coins. It's got a massive community behind it, right? So yeah, I mean, Polygon, there's nothing much to say. You just buy it. Now, Stellar is a different story. Stellar is more seasonal, right? Stellar XLM is more seasonal, right? So if you are thinking of buying now, yes, XLM is going to perform. Of course, this is not a financial advice. Do whatever you want to do, right? I'm not giving you financial advice. But Stellar normally with XRP, it does pump. Right, it's like a cousin of XRP, right? So Stellar, yes, will pump as well with XRP. So if XRP is going towards the $10 that I'm hoping it will, if it goes towards there, Stellar should go towards that similar level, right? If not, half of that, so $5-6, yeah, easy, right? Because Stellar, every season I've seen the same pattern. It does the same thing, right? It keeps on moving up. So that's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, those are good coins. Those are good coins, right? And of course, if you want me to look at the number, I can look at the number. Give me a second. Let me look at the number. So currently Matic sitting at 63 cents. 63 cents. Again, it got rejected from that candle that I talked about, 9th of December, that candle. But a lot of the, by the way, some coins, right, on the daily, some coins have reset. So on the weekly, on the 5-day, on the, not the 5-day, I'm going to come back to 5-day. On the weekly, on the 3-day, a lot of them are overbought. So we know they're overbought. They're going to, at some stage, they're going to come down, right? Maybe a week or two. And I've said this, I said, look, by Christmas, they should reset, but hopefully we should come down. And that's a good thing, by the way. That's a positive thing, As long as we have a slow grind. So what BTC is doing now, dump and then pump, that's bad. That's bad. That's unpredictable. We don't want unpredictability. We want it to be predictable. So we want a slow grind. We want to slowly go down. We want to slowly go down and then start coming back up again. And then if we do a nice little pump to, move all the way back up, it's fine. But we need it to settle down and give us a bottom. Because right now, do you know what BTC's done? It is not giving us a actual support zone. We're having to guess where the support is. There is no support. It's just we're having to guess. So 96, that's a guess. 94, that's a guess. 92, that's a guess. Because it's not establishing a proper support. A proper support would have to have, I would say, in my opinion, at least 3 candles. Red or green, doesn't matter. 3 candles in a straight line, right? That is a support. That is a resistance. We don't have that. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I would love to see. I would love to see BTC establish a strong support. Because it doesn't only help us now, it helps us in the future as well, right? Because in the future, we know that those are targets that we would want to support and hold, right? Those are targets where, for example, if the market starts bleeding, we can all have buy orders and buy at that level and then pump the market back up again and stabilize the market. So a lot of the people may get confused when we say, well, why would we want to hold that support? That support helps us to protect the market by basically us buying at those levels. But if we don't have a strong support, where do we buy? We're going to have to put it somewhere below. So then we're bleeding the market out even more. Of course, and I'm all for it. Bleed the market. When the market bleeds, bleed it even more. Encourage it. Do whatever you need to do. Dump it, right? You bleed the market and buy it cheaper, right? That's how you're going to make more money, you know what I mean? So, I know a lot of people see it the wrong way, but that's what I say, just encourage it, help the market, right? But yeah, that's what it is. So Polygon, would come back. Polygon would come back and it will pump. Remember, Polygon's all-time high was around $1.56. So from here, it's about 2.5x, if not 3x from here. So there's a good opportunity. Again, we need the market to, like BTC, to stop, altcoin season to continue, because altcoin season started and then it took a break because of the BTC. And this is the exact thing that I've been banging on about. BTC cannot move that fast. BTC should not even be at 100k right now, right? BTC shouldn't be, because what should have happened is, okay, BTC pumps, we go all the way from 15.5, we start pumping, moving, doing slow grind up, right? Fine. And then you take the BTC, you flip it into some alts. Altcoin season starts, right? All the alts pump like hell, right? And then the alts sell out back into BTC. Now you have 2-3 times more BTC than you had before. So of course your BTC has appreciated 4, 5, 6x, right? So we've had that, right? But on top of that, now you've got double the amount, if not triple the amount of BTC because alts moved. But that's not happened yet, and that's concerning. This is why it's all the wrongs. This market, everything is wrong about it. All the indicators pointing down, BTC is moving up. All the cryptos moving up. What the hell is going on here right now, right? It just doesn't make any sense. When I look at it, it just doesn't make any sense, So I'm playing cautiously. Of course, stop loss is your best friend. In this video, I haven't mentioned it as many times, but I am mentioning it now. Stop loss is your best friend. Like yesterday, I went back in, but I did put some stop loss. Luckily, none of my stop losses has been activated. And as I mentioned yesterday as well, I'll probably be 2%, 3%, 4%, 5% more than I had before. So I am more comfortable now than I was before. And yeah, let the market do what it needs to do, and there are some coins that I didn't pick at all. So I didn't pick, and now if I buy, then I'm at a loss. So I wouldn't do anything. I'm going to wait until Sunday, and a lot of the time I say, if it's gone, it's gone. We can do about it. But ultimately, look, I've done well. So that's the most important, because from the bottom to now, I've done very well. So I'm not complaining. Do you know what I mean? I'm not complaining at all. So let's see what happens there. Any other questions, guys? Let me know. There's my brother. Do you have any other question, bro? Let me know, bro. Let me know. All of you guys, any one of you guys, if you have anything, let me know. Of course, as I say, if I could answer it, I'll answer it. But yeah, because I'm like when I'm looking at macro stuff, and especially like economical stuff around the globe, right? I do look outside as well. So I'm not only like too focused into crypto, I'm also focusing on fiat, like the movements between fiat. How, for example, $1 is like 80 something pence here. I look at that as well, because if say for example, if $1 buys us say 50 pence here, then that's really good. By the way, that means the pound is stronger, because a lot of people are like, $1 buys me 82 pence. That's a lot of money. No, that means USD is stronger. USD is stronger, right? But right now, I don't see anything strong. I'm seeing these are just being weak. You know what I mean? So, Faisal says, come Sunday, what's the numbers we want for BTC and XRP? Okay, Sunday, okay, why? I'll tell you. Silence says, why is the layout to this live different? This is using a different app because we're actually multi-streaming. So currently we are streaming directly to Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, and there's another company called Band. I don't know who they are, Band, and a few other bits and bobs out there. So I'm streaming to all of them. The only one I couldn't stream to was Facebook. Something wrong with the Facebook. I need to re-log in or whatever, but I didn't really care. I just started. So that's the reason why. So if it is different, forgive me, right? In fact, I don't even know what it looks like. Actually, let me let me do something. Let me open the YouTube on my car and see what you're talking about, because I have no idea what this stream looks like, by the way. So I'm really sorry. I actually have no idea. I'm going to see right now. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So the thumbnail's correct, which is fine. Ah, okay, so you guys could see the chat. Oh, that's good. This is good. Isn't that better though? At least you guys could get to see the chat as well. And of course, I'm seeing the chat much more clear, so I'm quite happy with that as well. Because I couldn't see yesterday was crazy. I couldn't see the chat. I couldn't see the chat, honestly. It was absolutely crazy. And for those of you who like to embargo stuff, I'm not sponsored by Dr. Pepper. I actually don't drink Coke. I actually love Dr. Pepper. It's my favorite cola. I know yesterday we had so much. Elha says, how much do you think Doge can achieve in 2025 after Elon Musk joins the Department of Government Efficiency? To be honest, I don't. That's like, you know, that's skepticism. I don't want to go like, okay, Doge, put it this way. Let's put it this way. Let me put it nicer, right? I'm going to put it nicely, right? At some stage, Doge was a few $100 million, right? Currently, I think last time I checked, it was like $60 billion, $40 or $60 billion. And that's a massive pump for Doge to have. And it's gone to that level, right? And that's an achievement for Doge and all the community, you know, holding it. In fact, myself, I still hold Doge as well, right? So that's an achievement. If we're asking for Doge to go higher than that, then now we're in the territory where we're going to be starting to compete with the coins like Solana, coins like Sui, coins like Ethereum, coins like XRP. We're now going into that territory. Because think about it, that's where we're going. Fine. And there's no harm in us doing that. No harm in us going to that level. However, if we're going there, what's the use case other than being a meme coin? Do you know what I mean? So that's what you got to understand. It's like, okay, look, there are plenty of holders out there. We could potentially go higher, and I don't see a reason why it can't, because everything looks like it wants to go. In fact, I'm going to go back to my chart and see this, right? Because I do have Doge on my chart. Let me go and look at my Doge. Where is it? I've got it here somewhere. I'm just checking. Sorry, I've got too many coins on this particular list. There, right. So Doge currently at 41 cents. 41 cents, right? So if you look at the previous thing, like the previous prices Doge had. Remember, before the big pump on Doge was like 0.000 whatever, right? Just like every other meme coin. And then it pumped. Right after that pump, we just started shooting up, right? And currently we've now gone to the new all-time high levels, right? Let's just put it this way. From this, if we start seeing higher numbers, maybe even to $1, and there's no, by the way, there's no reason why Doge can't go to $1, right? But when it goes to $1, when you've got billions and billions of coins out there, things get a bit crazy. Do you know what I mean? However, and I'm going to tell you this as a positive thing, which is why I hold Doge. If I have it on my list, I hold it, right, at some stage, right, or somewhere, put it this way. And I'll tell you the positive thing about Doge. So think about it this way. Doge initially didn't have any use case other than being a freaking meme coin, like just as a joke. That's how it started, right? And Elon Musk doesn't even come to play here. This has got nothing to do with Elon Musk, right? I think there's going to be a point where Elon Musk can't even affect the price when Doge gets to that level. And for that, what's happening is a lot of other coin project founders, like for example, the founder of Litecoin, the founder of Ethereum, right, Vitalik Buterin, and few other founders, they've come together and they've invested money and resources with the developers and everything to make Doge into a viable product, right? So when it becomes a viable product, there's going to be actual use cases. Because currently you can technically use Doge for payments. People do use Doge for payments. That's easy. But when it becomes an actual product where you can go and build and do all sorts, that's when it's going to pump. Because it's the grandfather of all meme coins. So it will pump. If Shiba could launch Shibarium, Doge can launch Dojarium, whatever, right? Dojo or whatever. And imagine what would happen. So I think there is opportunities there. But don't buy with that hope that, oh, a meme coin is going to go to $10. Don't. Right? Buy, it's a meme coin. Okay, fine. I'm going to chuck $100. I'm going to chuck $1,000. Whatever I can afford to lose right now. Because those are the ones that you want to invest money you can afford to lose. Right? So just be careful with that. So yeah. And I don't think they want him in government anyway. I don't think they want him in government. But if they do, that would be freaking crazy. That means that Donald Trump and Elon Musk, they must have been in bed together. So I won't even say anything. Silence says 2 chats. I don't see 2 chats, bro. I only see 1 chat. I don't even know where the other chat is. So I'm only seeing 1 chat. I think you guys are seeing 2 chats. I'm not sure what's going on here. But that's because this actually should have multiple chats anyway. Everyone can chat anyway. So Mark says, when FOMO? FOMO right now, my brother. FOMO right now. 0x says, what are you invested in right now? Top coins, top 10 coins. Link, I've gone into Link now. So Link is good. Ethereum's good. So Link, Ethereum, BTC. Say is my favorite. I'm still holding that. Say is my favorite. Sui, right? XRP, I didn't top up, right? So I do have an order for XRP. So Faisal, you're going to be happy to hear this. I do have an order for XRP if it dips again. So if it dips below $2 again, then I've got a nice sum I want to dump in there. Right? Because as I said to you, I don't just preach. If I think it's going to go, it's going to go. Right? Mark, I didn't skip you. I'm listening to you. So Mark, I've got the long one for you. I'm coming to you, right? So Mark says, the question is, does there need to be a use case for Doge to pump? Don't forget that Doge has an own chain, but retail does not think like we do. So you actually have to think dumber to get in. True, right? True. But I think Doge and Elon currently, yeah, it's a joke, right? That's fine. But those are not the reasons why I would buy and hold. That's what I'm trying to say here. When you dumb it down and like, okay, Doge, yeah, and Elon, yeah, put them together, go and buy, because Elon's going to say something that's going to pump, right? Yeah, that's one reason. That's one reason. You know, people power, very important. That's one reason. But I'm just saying, if you're going to hold it, then think about it in another way. So that way there's a reason why you're holding it. So there's a reason why I held, for example, SHIB. I held SHIB from the beginning. Why? Because I knew SHIB would do something. So I held that. When Pepe came out, I knew Pepe is such a big coin. I said, you know what? I'll let it bleed and then I'm going to buy it. So I let it bleed and then I bought it. So I never bought it on the day it launched, right? I wanted to settle down and then buy it. So I bought it. Why? Because it's got such a large community. It's such a historical coin, right? Historical meme. I want to buy it. So I bought it and I just held it for that reason. So what I'm saying is, whatever your reason is, of course, it's up to you. But each person should find a reason to hold if you're holding. But if you're just buying and having fun, go and buy and have fun. You know what I mean? Have fun. So that's the most important thing. So, but you're right. You know, most people, when they look at things, it's all about FOMO. And yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Mark says, hits retail, skips the higher prices and jumps into the next affordable token, pump politics. Yes, of course. That's what it is. It pumps and it dumps like there's no tomorrow, right? But a lot of the newbies coming in, so a lot of new guys who are coming in who have, you know, just seen what the market is doing, they don't realize that, guys, we've been holding since we bled out to the bottom. We've been buying, we've been stacking since the bottom. So our strategy was let it bleed, we want cash. Let's be on cash. So we sat on cash for as long as we could, right? Until we couldn't anymore, because now it's like our arms are twitching, our fingers are itching, right? We need to buy right now. So there was a time when we said, okay, we think this is the level we need to start re-entering. So from that level, we started picking coins, whatever we can. Buy this, buy that, doesn't matter. $100, $200, $1,000, $10,000, whatever. You keep on buying certain assets. And the market kept on bleeding, by the way. So don't take it the wrong way. It's like, oh, you genius, you bought it at the bottom. No, we're not a genius, right? We can't predict the market. We don't have a crystal ball. So we started dollar cost averaging down, right? And each one of those coins, they kept on bleeding down even more. Like, oh, for God's sake. Okay, something I bought for $100 gave me 10 coins. Now, if I top up 50 coins, I get another 10 coins. Okay, fine. I've got double the quantity of coin for 1.5 times the money. So thought of it like this and kept on buying, because we know that you can't have red forever. And if it's red forever, give up. That's it. Game over. There's no crypto ever. That's it. It's gone, right? So we knew, we had the faith. We said, okay, no, crypto's not going to go away forever. And there are particular levels. From that level, we're going to go. So we weren't even buying with the stop loss, because when we were dollar cost averaging down, we didn't buy with the stop loss. We just bought. We said, right, buy, buy, buy. These are the coins we want to buy. And then we let it pump, right? So when we let it pump, when the market started moving, like for example, like in my case, when it doubled, I took my initial out. So I'm back in cash. Think about it, I'm back in cash, right? But however, I still have 50% remaining, which is 100% of whatever. And then I kept on carrying. So that's my strategy, right? I play a little bit safer, because I always want to have cash. But yeah, let it go and do whatever. So it is what it is. So you know what? I'm not skipping comments, by the way. This thing, when you write something, just jumps up all of a sudden. So I don't know what the comments are. I'm kind of like, even now, I'm just going back in and seeing what the comments are. Zero, what do you think of Near? Near is a brilliant project. Near is a brilliant project. In fact, last couple of years, Near has been a lot better than in the past, right? They are developing a lot more. There's a lot of projects being built on it. But yeah, I mean, it suffers because of some of the big ones. Because obviously some of the big ones take the spotlight, so it kind of suffers. Like, for example, Near has been building loads of coins in the past as well, loads of projects on it as well. But no one really notices it, because most of those projects, like most of the people, get to see how Solana is great. And Solana's now become the meme coin thing. So it is what it is. So, Faisal says, Sham, the YouTube layout for us watching is a bit messy. It's overlaying our live chat on top of yours, so we're seeing two chats. Okay, so that's what's happening. Okay, all right. How do I fix that? Let me see if I can fix that. Give me a second. Let me see if I can fix that. Nope. Let me see if I can fix that. Nope, I can't fix that from here, unfortunately. Let's see if I can fix it here. No, I can't fix it from here, my brother. Sorry. All I can do, what I can do, is hide the chat. So now all the chat is gone. Oh no, the chat is back. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Right. We can do this, right? Okay. So this now has no chats, right? Because I just swiped the chat away. So yeah, you guys saw what I was doing anyway. So this is fine, right? You guys don't have to. So if you are gonna chat, I'll probably come here, see the chat, and then do whatever. So yeah, I hope this kind of helps. Mark says, so what did SHIB do? SHIB just created Shibarium, basically a copycat of Matic, a copycat of Ethereum, a copycat of Hexcoin or whatever, right? And I don't want to mention Hex, right? Because the Hexicans are going to come kill me. But it's the same. It just copied another blockchain and then allowed people to do whatever. But however, they also tried yield farming and this and that with their bone and this and that. But it was more designed for them to grab more money. That's all it is. It's another platform, another blockchain. So it's just like Doge, right? They have a block. I mean, Doge is a blockchain, right? Again, as you mentioned before as well, Doge is a blockchain. So SHIB, yeah, basically it's just another copycat of Ethereum. Doesn't matter what the excuse is, but that's what it is. And people are building all sorts of shit coins there, basically. And they're trading it. It has its own exchange and everything as well. And people are trading. There are people out there with very small amount of money doing whatnot. Like, for example, SHIB is, the way I compare it, is very similar to TRX, Tron, right? Tron Network and SHIB is pretty much the same. In fact, Hex is now also become that as well, where they rebranded to Pulse Chain. So we know the story about that. I don't want to go in there because I'm going to get all the Hexicans coming killing me. Crypto Roach says, hello, just joining. Nice to see you, my brother. Elhaz says, there is a lot of speculation about Stellar and Dogecoin coming together. Just speculating, of course. I mean, possible, because all I know from the research that I have, or from the information that I have, is a lot of project founders and a lot of projects like blockchains are coming together to make Doge something viable, right? So coming back to what I said before, and I think Doge would have a massive opportunity there. Now, there are a few things Doge has to change. For example, Doge mining reward has to change, right? It needs to become a little bit deflationary, let's just put it this way. That's one. And of course, I think if there's some use cases, then we are going to see something crazy. For example, BTC, yeah, people use it for payment. That's what we see. But mainstream, nobody's using it for payments, right? In the mainstream, like for example, Elon Musk, right? If he turns around and actually activates Doge for a payment for a Tesla, think what's going to happen, right? So we've got to think of it that way. And there's a big probability because there are, as I said, these companies' heads and this and that, they're not coming in for no good reason. They're coming in because they got big bags. You think that, 30, 40 billion, whatever, I can't see it right now, 30, 40 billion dollars of total market cap that we got right now for Doge, you think that's just shrimps? Believe me, it's not. If it was shrimps right now with 40 billion, people will be cashing out. It's not, right? There's a lot of big mega corporations holding on to that coin. They're hodling because they're planning for something bigger, hence why they're putting their resources. That's my theory, at least. Whether it is or not, it's a different story. So yeah, I mean, if they merge and do something together, I don't see a reason. Stellar's how do you call this? So Stellar has a banking background, they have banking experience, they know exactly what needs to be done. So let's see what they do. So hold on, let me go. Okay, guys, if I'm going to read the chat, then unfortunately you are going to see it. So apologies to you. Hopefully you shouldn't see double when I finish, because I don't know. Let me see what we're seeing here. Let me see. It's fine, it's clean. By the way, I understand what you're saying. So when you're writing, you are seeing double chats, but actually if you go and rewatch the video, it's not double chat, right? Let me show you. Can I flip the camera? Yeah, I think I can flip the camera. Look, Rhea. Look. So on the live, you won't see the double thing. Okay, on the live you won't see that. So guys, so I just tested it. Yeah, on the playback you won't see it. So just ignore it. For now, I know it's a bit annoying, but I will change that. Don't worry, I won't do the stream like this again next time. Right. So anyway, right, let's go back to what the chats were. Cypher Solutions, BSV is Bitcoin, everything else is securities. Okay, if that's what you think, it's fine. We're not biased about anything. We're here for the money. It doesn't matter. If BSV makes us money, we want to make money. If BTC makes us money, we want to make money. If Bitcoin Cash makes us money, we want to make money. That's it. We're honest about it. We want to make money. We don't care about what the coin is, who the founders are, who Satoshi. It doesn't matter to us. Could be the CIA, could be the FBI. That doesn't matter to us. We don't care about none of those things, right? All we care about is how much money we're going to make. So that's that. Total 3 market cap predictions. We don't do that because total 3, you've got like 4 million coins. Why am I going to talk about total 3? It could be anything, right? But I do see, I've mentioned this many times, I think just based on some of the legacy coins, we have currently at least $2 trillion sitting on the table that needs to come back to the market. These are previous coins that need to get back to their all-time high and whatnot. That's $2 trillion just sitting there. If we get that with the current market cap, then we're going to look at easily about 5 trillion plus market cap. The total two, then you could say easily turn around and say, yeah, that's worth about $2 trillion, if not more. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go into that kind of what is it going to be. That's stupid. We can't say that because you might have, like Doge. You might have Doge become $1 trillion market cap, right? A single coin could be. So think about it. And I'm thinking of XRP going to $1 trillion. So if XRP ends up being $1 trillion, think about it. So that's total market cap 3, right? Because total 2 is excluding BTC and Ethereum. Total 3 is excluding BTC and Ethereum. Total 2 is excluding BTC, right? And total 1 is excluding nothing, right? So everything. So think about it. So, all right. Mark says, I don't think we'll go below the 100K, but go up till January, dip due to US taxes and continue till March. Flush the CMA gap and up last time till November until 2025 bear market. Okay, it is what it is. Let's see. But I'm taking baby steps, right? For me, I'm taking every day as an important day, every day as the last day. So that means that I'm being a lot more cautious, right? So when it comes to me looking at something, if I'm predicting up to next week, I'm like, okay, next week, let's see how things go. Let's see how the candle goes. Because any time now, the candle could change its direction. We all know this, right? We've got to be honest about it. So yes, I'm not saying it's going to end today. I'm not saying it's going to end this year at all, by the way, right? And I believe we're going to get a massive Christmas pump as well, right? We're going to get a New Year's pump or whatever you want to call it. We're definitely going to get that. Whether we last to January, I won't say anything because I'm taking those baby steps. You see what I mean? So I'm like, okay, let's be cautious. Yes, we want to FOMO. We want to be hyper optimistic. Let's keep that to ourselves. I think BTC is going to 250K, but I'm keeping that to myself. And the number I'm publishing is 133K. When we get to 133K, we break past that. We block a candle. We print a candle above that line. All of a sudden, now I can say, guess what, guys? The other number is 250K. Because there's no point me saying that number. Like, who was it? Raoul Paul. Raoul Paul threw $2.6 million. Show me the maths. Show me the maths, right? What's it based on? Okay, fine. He's got his excuses, right? Kathy Woods, $10 million. Okay, show me the maths. I want to see the maths. Do you know what I mean? So when I'm showing like 103K, when I showed 103K, based on maths, that number didn't exist. That was based on maths, right? 133K, based on maths. There's no higher number because that maths doesn't really make sense right now. But when we get to a particular level, that maths activates and things start to make more sense, if that makes any sense, right? So that's how it is. So let's see. But yeah, CMA gap and all of that, not too bothered. Bear market, I can't wait for it. A lot of you guys, this freaking maniac, what's he talking about? Honestly, bear market, I can't wait for it. I'm so excited. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the bear market. I want the bear market. Believe me. Like sometimes you'll probably hear someone looking for a bull market, like KR. I know he's been excited. He's like, oh, brother, I've been holding for so long. I want finally the bull market's here. Let's go and do this, right? Yeah, I'm waiting for the bear market because I know I'm gonna do 10x better than what I did this season. Because I've been sitting there observing and picking certain coins, looking at certain narratives, looking at all of those things. Of course, narratives I don't follow too much. It doesn't matter. But I've been picking some of these coins and especially looking at these big projects, right? With $100 billion invested, with the like $200-300 million invested, or the total market cap being something like this. I've been focusing on that. I'm like, okay, I'm looking. That's where you are today. You're not going to be there. You're going to dump. When you dump, I want to buy that. So that's how I'm looking at certain things. So let's see what happens. Elhaz says, what do you think could happen to Tron in 2025, and how high might BRICS affect crypto next year? I don't know, bro. That's weird. I don't know. BRICS isn't got anything like, okay, BRICS does play a little bit of a part with crypto, and I've been clear about this, and I think I talked about it earlier on as well. So there is a part it plays, but it's not directly going to impact BRICS. A lot of BRICS countries are buying Bitcoin. They're not buying Tron, they're buying Bitcoin. So think about this, right? To hold it into their balance sheets. BRICS only has a problem with US dollars. So BRICS is kind of fighting with US dollar. What they want to do is they want to change that world bank and the IMF's structure. That's all it is. So whatever BRICS is doing, they're trying to create a brand new global financial system that favors everybody, that doesn't want something in return. Do you know what I mean? So much more reasonable, basically. Let's just say that way. Of course, there's going to be some something attached to it, but it's a lot more reasonable. And it doesn't make any one currency become. So that's the only difference, is like the current financial system, global financial system, is based on the US, right, which is basically the global reserve currency. BRICS doesn't have a reserve currency. That's the crazy thing about it. It's the way they've done it, the way they've structured it. They've taken away, they said no one country can have a reserve currency. That changes everything. That makes it into a free world. And that's where there will be some situation. Now, where does it affect it? If dollar collapses, then yeah, people who are holding BTC right now, all those big institutions buying up as much BTC as possible, there's a reason behind it. That's where my connection is anyway. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. So I don't know. I'm not going to go there. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Xerox says, how many cycles you've been in? This is my third one. It's my third one. So I had my first one was in 2017, then the second one in 2020, 2021, and then this is my third one. So it's my third cycle. Mark says Cathy Wood and Raoul Paul are talking about 2030, 2040, calling those. Yeah, they are. I know they are. But all I'm saying is they're, you know, there's a reason, right? Okay, 2030, 2040, 2050. Michael Saylor talking about 100 years from now. None of that matters. What I'm saying is there's a reason. But sometimes when we're seeing these numbers, we need some sort of a math. Yes, they're giving us reasons. By the way, they're not. It's not like they're not giving us reasons. They're giving us the reasons. They're explaining what the reason is for us to get to that level at 2030, for us to get to that level at 2040. They're giving us the reason, and I'm okay with that. Only thing I don't see, where's the maths? I see the reason, I don't see the maths. And the maths is like, okay, is it a Fibonacci level? Is it based on this, right? But of course, Raoul Paul, I think, is more on point because he's talking about the dollar debasement. So compared to Cathy Wood, I'm more on Raoul Paul's side. You see what I mean? So Cathy Wood saying 10 million, I'm actually a bit, okay, yeah, fine, okay. Look, you're excited. We're all excited. Calm down, love, right? But when it comes to Raoul Paul, I actually think he has a much more better reason because he's talking about the dollar debasement, all the inflation and all of that. Makes more sense. So he's got a bit more financial explanation to that, and I respect that. So that's how I'm going to say, you know, so the 2 point whatever million he said, 2.6 I think he said, or 2.2, that's okay. I'm okay with that. That makes more sense. And there is some maths involved in what he said because of the reason he gave, right? But right now, throwing that number, I think it's a bit too much, right? You know what I mean? So yeah. Crypto Rush says, do you think it's reasonable time to start converting BTC into alts? Why or why not? Sorry if you went over this already. No, I didn't. I didn't go over that, right? I didn't go. I didn't. So is it a good time to go into alts or not? Right, so it's a tough question, by the way. So, you know, when somebody asks me, that's kind of putting me on the spot. It's a tough question, right? So all I'm going to say to you is this, right? And let me go back to my list to go and see my prices. Think about where the market is today. Think about where the market is today. So today's candle, if we close positive, then the possibility is tomorrow's candle is also going to be positive. So when it is positive, BTC could actually move forward. Think about it this way, it could move forward. That doesn't mean the alts are going to start pumping. The alts will pump when BTC is green, but it doesn't do anything. BTC needs to be stagnant. All right, I'm going to move over this so you guys can see whatever's going on. So BTC needs to be stagnant. When BTC is stagnant, right, but it's not negative, it's not dumping down or anything, that's when you want to flip into the alts. Whatever alt. And I think Decitrack, if you're still here, it kind of answers your question as well. So the time you want to flip is when it becomes stagnant. When, for example, if you're in Solana, right, Decitrack's in Solana. If Solana now, all of a sudden, before Ethereum, Solana moves up, right, it does a 2x, 10x, or whatever it does, right, that's when you want to consider flipping it into Ethereum. If that's the next one you're targeting, because it hasn't moved, right, that's when you want to flip into that. So, for example, BTC. If BTC is pumping, let it pump. You don't want to get out. And of course, this is not financial advice, right? Let it go up. And then what you do is when it moves over, so when it flips over, that's when you want to jump into that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, stop now. Now it's not doing anything. Other coins are going to start moving. The money's going to filter in. That's when you take that BTC, you pump it into another coin, and then you move up and you double your BTC that way. you know what I mean? So yeah, basically what I've noticed is for me, when I take the chats away, you guys still get to see the chat, so I don't know what's going on anyway, I forget that. So come back to the chats now. I'm going to leave it as it is, guys. I'm not going to mess with the chat, because at some point I'm going to press something and God knows what's going to happen. So yeah, I hope this kind of explains to you, right? So the time you flip BTC into an alt is when BTC moves up enough and then stops. So if BTC today stops, then we know if all of that, like, so okay, on the daily, all of the indicators, so this is, listen to me carefully, on the weekly we are still showing overbought, we want to calm down. So weekly pattern is pointing down, means that it wants to bleed out. And if that happens, we could expect 1 or 2 weeks of bloodbath for it to reset. We need that stochastic RSI and RSI to come back down, right? For it to reset. Fine. If it does, great. We're going to see bearish, no problem. That means we've got a better chance of moving back up again. But at that time, if other coins are showing the opposite direction, other coins are saying they want to start moving up, like showing patterns that they want to start moving up, then we know what to buy. Because now it means, oh, this is the alt move, right? BTC is going to be dumped, alt's going to move, let BTC reset, it's fine. So think about it that way, right? But whatever happens on a pump, if BTC is moving, leave it, stay there, right? Because that's when alts are not going to move. So whatever you're seeing right now, some of the green right now, they're nothing. They're nothing. They're just the entire market moving along, fine. It's just back to where it was, back to square one, right? One of them's going to make a big move. So that's that. But of course, if you've bought it at the bottom, there's a different story. So if you bought it 15K, 16K, 70K, 20K, say you bought it at 20K. If you bought it at 20K, you should have already been taking your initial out. You know what I mean? You should have already taken your initial out, deploy it elsewhere, rotate that cash, right? Rotate that cash, do whatever you need to do, and yeah, make more BTC. So ultimately, it depends on your goal. If you want to make more cash or you want to make more BTC, depends on that, right? So think about it that way. So going back to this, Mark says, let's not talk politics. I don't like politics anyway. You might hear some political opinions, but it is what it is. Xerox says, US probably buying BTC to dump all the gold later on. So BRICS main reserves are in gold, which might kick BRICS behind again. I don't know how that saves USD though. It doesn't. Gold, you know, most of the gold on the planet is just on paper. You do realize that, right? And like, for example, there are vaults. There are actual vaults around the globe, right? And funny, you said, like, I think BRICS were buying gold. And kind of backed, but not entirely. Because remember what I said, you got to really look into the BRICS paper. I forgot how many pages it is, right? Go and look into the BRICS paper, and it's quite interesting. They don't actually have a reserve currency. That's the crazy thing about it. They don't. They just said, look, we've got a system, a new financial system that does not have a reserve currency, because they just want to avoid that problem of one country dominating everybody else. So they're like, there is none of that. However, it's not gold either, right? It's like everybody puts their money into a pool, and so now it's interchangeable. So nobody wins and nobody loses. Anyone who joins can put money into that pool, and then they'll receive some reward or something silly like this. But there's nothing there. I don't even think they're using gold to back it up. If they're backing gold, like their currency is backed by gold, that's a different story. But since the 1970s and 80s, most countries don't back it by anything. It's just a piece of paper. It's just toilet paper anyway. So it is what it is. Oh man. Let me see what it says. So USD's in trouble. USD, you know, listen, it was a great currency. It is a great, I'm going to say past tense, right? It is a great currency. I use it all the time. What I'm saying is USD, like the country, right? So the politicians and the Congress and the Senate and the power, the military complex or whatever, right? They need to calm down. Guys, let people live, man. Just calm down. Just stop being a control freak. You know what I mean? Because that's what happens when you try and control. What happens? People end up revolting against you. And that's what's happening right now. This is a revolution. This is people saying, oh, you know, screw you, because we've had enough of you. You know, you pulling the strings, doing whatever, controlling all the media, controlling everything is under their control. It's like, come on, give up. You know what I mean? So people are just fed up. Countries are fed up. A lot of the countries can't do anything because they don't have the power. They don't have the weapon or anything like this, right? They don't have the money. They don't have, have enough friends, right? But they're just fed up. You know what I mean? And I'm not being biased towards any country. I'm not talking about East or West. As I said, I think US dollar, the currency, was a great currency. The whole thing behind it was absolutely brilliant. But they screwed up. They're just freaking bullies, right? And I'm like, why are you doing that for? Because you ruin it for us. You ruin it for us because we buy crypto, we sell crypto, we want to make US dollars because we want to buy the dip. Now you're going to ruin the US dollar. If my USDT and USDC backed by the US dollar is going to be worth less, then what am I going to now go into? What is my stable coin? You know, unless BRICS launches a stable coin, then I've got no stable coin. Do you know what I mean? So all of this impacts me. It impacts me. I know I'm not in USA, I'm in UK, but it impacts me because I don't have a GBP Tether coin. Actually, there is one, but it's a fake coin. But most people don't trust it. There is one. But it impacts me. Do you know what I mean? It impacts me, man. So, Mark says, Raoul Paul is also in Sol, not F. Yeah. Raoul Paul was the first person, actually, years ago. I can't remember how many years ago. He mentioned it, how Solana's founders were part of the something forum. It's gone off my head now. The Economic Forum, right? They were members of that. I'm thinking, why is Solana a member of the Economic Forum? Why? So they didn't make any sense, but then it made sense because you'd rather be in bed with everybody or sit on the same table if you want things done. You know what I mean? So that's what they're there for. So let's see what happens anyway. Mark says, I would not sell all your BTC. If you see BTC is outperforming, hasn't the RSI stayed above 40 or 60 straight in previous cycles? And I'm not sure what Mark says anyway. I think Mark's talking to Roach, I believe. Xerox says, hey, do you have any idea about mining cost of BTC these days? That's kind of my number one indicator to find out near about number of bear bottoms like the last time I was. There is an indicator on some chart, right? You can actually go and see the hash rates and all of that and all the BTC mining data on TradingView. Actually, there is an indicator. I don't know what it's called, but there is one there, right? You can actually see it from there. However, all I'm going to say to you is understand the reality of mining right now. So a lot of the mining back in the days was global, right? Everywhere, everyone's mining it. And there's a few pools that you can mine through, right? Now we have many more pools that you can mine through. And a lot of the companies, since China drama with the ban and whatnot, right? A lot of the companies that used to mine in China, right, have moved away to locations like Texas and all sorts, like in USA and other countries, right? So they're gone over there. So what you'll find is it's kind of those companies, when they moved the farms over, they had a lot of investments from people around like VCs and whatnot, right? So they're not really decentralized anymore, if I would like to say, but that's what it is. They're not as decentralized. So because of that, the mining costs these days technically should be cheaper because a lot of these are like supposed to be mined in like hydroelectricity and this and that's supposed to be cheap, and that's what used to happen, by the way. That's what used to happen. So BTC back in the days on the mining farms used to be mined with surplus energy. Most of it surplus energy. Even now there are some really good companies out there who are still mining with surplus energy, but majority of them are now in big cities and this and that, and they're just using off the grid. So it doesn't make any sense. So when you look at mining, it's not a great indicator because a lot of people will be like, oh, if the miners are selling and this and that. Well, miners usually sell, they don't hold anyway, but they actually will sell more during a bull market because that's when they want to maximize the gains, right? And then they would use that during a bear market anyway, but the cost doesn't change. You see what I mean? So if you're spending $1 million a month to mine, right, it doesn't really change. In fact, it goes up. You know what I mean? It goes up. You're not getting any more Bitcoin. So you have to rely on Bitcoin's price to be worth XYZ. But mining, a lot of people also don't realize it's not just mining. There's also transaction fees and whatnot as well. So there are other ways they make money. But yeah, during a bull market is when they would sell. So I wouldn't really look at mining as an indicator. It's not the best. Yes, it gives you something, but it's not the best. If I'm correct, I think the indicator you're looking for is AR99. If I'm correct, AR99 or AHR99. Go and look at it. I don't know what it's called. I used to use it, but it's on my watch list somewhere. I don't know what I've got hundreds of things on my I don't know. So but I think it's called AHR or RARH or something anyway, 99, something 99 anyway. So check it out if that helps you. That helps you. RSI, okay. So I think what Mark was saying, hasn't the RSI stayed above 40 to 60 days straight? Yes, and that's where I was talking about when I said on the weekly, if the RSI is overbought, we can stay there for weeks and weeks. It doesn't make any difference. We won't come down, right? However, recently the pattern changed. So last Sunday, it actually flipped bearish. And let me show you, right? Okay, hold on, let me show you. Right, hold on. Let me show you guys what I mean by that. I'd want to show you guys, please. Ria. Let's go to BTC and go to weekly. Yeah. All right, I want to show you this because it will make total sense to you. Sorry. I want to get to this. Right, so, oh, come on, don't tell me it's bugged out now. Come on. Zoom in. Oh yeah, there you are. There you go. All right, sorry, bugged out for a bit. Right. So what I want to show you is this, guys. Listen, this is what I want to show you, right? Understand this, right? So when I'm talking about like how it kind of flipped bearish, right? So wait for it. So this is where we are, right? Look, I'm zooming right in to show you. This is where we are. And you see how this blue line, can you see that blue line there? I don't know if you can see it, right? Let me zoom into it, right? I don't even know what's going on. But look, there's a blue line there, right? Do I have a pen? Yeah, I do. Look, there's a blue line just here. And it's currently touching, actually. Let me get rid of this. Then you can see it. There you go. Look at that blue line. Now, that blue line was up. It's fine, right? Up to a certain stage, it was fine. But what happened was on Sunday, it went down. And then now it's actually showing flat line, right? While the red is following through. Until this blue comes back up again, this is a problem. The red should always stay behind the blue. Currently, the red is above the blue. That's a problem. This is a quick way of looking at RSI, right? So understand this. This is dangerous because this is pointing down. Now, of course, this can stay where it is forever. And yesterday, I mentioned as well that, look, right? I mentioned if you look at this, we have to go above the 77 and we're above the 77. But that's also risk as well because now we have two options, either to go to the 91 or get rejected and come back down to the 80. You see what I mean? So look at it that way. That's what I'm going to say. You have to look at it in a very specific way for you to understand what is what. You know what I mean? So, right. Where are we? What's the chat saying? So yeah, mining again, as I go back to mining, is dependent on which country, where, what company. If you are going to be mining, get yourself a node and start mining yourself, right? Get a mining rig yourself and start mining. That's probably the best and the safest. Don't rely on software companies because they're just a rip-off and they're scams anyway. So avoid them. That's what I'm going to say. Faisal says, what's your thoughts on about USDT delisting in EU and Ripple launching their stable coins? No of course no coincidence. Come on, why? I mean, they've already been trying to get rid of. So they got rid of BUSD, if you remember. Binance had its own stable coin, right? Backed by Binance, $1 to $1, by the way. It was fully backed, vetted, like, backed. But they got rid of that, right? And in fact, the Binance CEO, he even, he got something on the hand, a slap on the hand for that, and I think he even went to prison for something related with that, but not directly that. Anyway, we're not going to go to that part, right? So see you later, Mark. Thank you very much for coming to the show, my brother. Thank you. So let's go back to the EU, right? So they already got what do you call this? So BUSD, they got rid of BUSD, and then other coins replaced it, whatever. They are after Tether because one thing Tether does, and doesn't matter how much they say Tether's a scam or whatever, I don't care what people say, I still trust Tether as long as I can use it. And there's a reason behind this. Tether won't shut you out. Tether doesn't know where you are. Tether won't lock your account up, right? USDC, backed, made by Circle, backed by Goldman Sachs, right? Backed by all the big institutions, right? BlackRock and all sorts. They're all part of it, by the way. if they choose to, they can stop your funds. So you've got a couple of $100,000 in a couple of BTC. You know, you've made it, or maybe you made $1 million. Oh, you're a happy chap, right? And you shift it into USDC. You shift it into USDC because obviously we've got to take some profits, right? And then you bring it to your exchange and you want to get it to fiat. They have the power to take that off you. They have the power to blacklist you because technically it works like a CBDC. So I don't trust it that much. Yeah, I would use it, but I wouldn't trust it that much because end of the day, then they're like, oh, where'd you get the money from? And this, all the AML and this and that. So, bro, I got it from crypto. If you can track me, can't you see that I converted a BTC? I converted my freaking BTC into USDC, right? So why are you asking me that question for? Or where'd you get the BTC from? Do I have to now explain all of that? So this is the problem we've got. They will find an excuse and they'll be like, oh, AML, this, anti-terror, anti-that, anti-this. Bollocks. They're just control freaks. Do you know what I mean? So that's what it is, right? Like, stop it, man. Just let people grow, right? The more people grow, more people spend, more money you make. What's wrong with you people? So that's what it is. So these are all technical dictatorships, right? So that's what it is. And it's no coincidence that they want to get rid of USDT in the UA through legal means, right? They're trying to do that. But I think USDT is always going to be there. The decentralized community, they do love USDT. So that's one of the reasons why it's still one of the biggest, right? Even though USDC's come along, promoted itself. Yes, who are using it? Most of the centralized people are using it. Yes, it's growing rapidly, fine, because there's a use case for it, right? Other blockchains have it. People use it. A lot of people don't do the research. A lot of people don't understand how it works. They don't really care how it works. Right? They don't care if their money gets seized because they don't know about it, right? Because it's not advertised. You know what I mean? It's not advertised. But that's where they're coming in. So Ripple is pretty much the same as USDC in my opinion. But the only difference is Circle was backed by one bank. Ripple is being backed by many banks, right? So that changes everything. So, but whatever technology, we don't know yet. We'll find out soon anyway. And whether there's risk or not, we'll find out. Am I going to use it? Of course I'm going to use it, right? For me, I'm still going to use it. But as I said, there are some risks that you got to understand. Am I going to put loads of money in there and try and cash it all out together? I probably won't, right? You know, it's just what I think. So that's what it is. Desi says, UK government to re-evaluate crypto updates by April. Not heard much CBDC since Sunak mentioned them. Any news? I don't look at the news, but any CBDC that we are going to see roll out is not going to roll out one by one. The only country that defied all of that was China, who launched its CBDC, right? So they launched the digital yuan. But for China, it was okay to launch digital yuan. And also, if you notice carefully, Chinese digital yuan was only launched in a few cities. It wasn't launched all over China. And there's a big reason for that, because those were the cities who were already kind of digital anyway. So they were using it there. And China has already faced a little bit of a backlash and a bit of a problem as well. So the people have faced the problem. So people from like rural areas, right, you know, like villages of China, they're having issues, by the way. There's massive issues in China. Those people can't use the digital yuan. So when they go to the city to pay for something and they only accept digital yuan, they got cash and they're like, oh, we don't want it. They're having problems already. They're having problems. Do you know what I mean? So that's already happening. You know, America's already having issues as well, because there are some banks where if you take a large sum of cash and you say, I want to deposit that, they don't want your money. Transfer it. Don't give us the cash. So, but yeah, I mean, listen, we know very well that recently the US government, right, the US government has recently, and both parties, doesn't matter which party it is, right, and there's a reason why I'm mentioning US over everybody else. Everyone kind of follows the lead, right? So the leaders of the two parties that recently had an election both became pro-crypto. Both became pro-crypto. So both parties are now pro-crypto. Bring the crypto, right? Let's do crypto. So if that's already happened, then other countries are just going to follow. They're not going to hold back, even though they probably already own crypto, right? But they're not going to admit it. You know what I mean? Privately, they probably. Rishi Sunak, come on, he's a young boy. I don't think he hasn't got crypto. I think he's got BTC. I think he's got BTC and Ethereum and XRP, and he's sitting on them. I don't think he bought it now. He bought it time back, right? Him and his boys, all of them got it. But they're not talking about it. You think he saw 2020 and he didn't buy any? Believe me, he's already got it. If he hasn't already had it before 2020. Do you know what I mean? So, end of the day, but that's private. We don't need to know. A lot of these things we won't know. All right, because you can't track wallets, you can't see who owns what. Fine, I'm not going into that conspiracy, right? So end of the day, them talking about it as a prime minister, that's where the regulations are. Crypto will be adopted, and it already is. Technically it is. They don't have a problem us owning crypto. The only difference was before this crypto rule, I forgot her name, there was a lady, we had a lady, right? So like 2016 and this and that, they already knew about crypto, so they were like, fine, they knew about but at that time, 2016 to 2020 or something like this, right? I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, right? Crypto in the UK was not taxable, so they didn't tax crypto. They also allowed it as a commodity, so they said it's a commodity, that's fine. So crypto was a commodity. They didn't say ban it, this, that, none of that business, right? So they actually, during that time, they said it's a commodity and there was no tax. You didn't have to pay tax on crypto. That changed because obviously there's a benefit, right? So why miss out, guys? Let's squeeze every last drop out of these bastards, right? Let's, you know, that's what they were saying in the back rooms. I don't know, I wasn't there, but that's probably how it was, right? So end of the day, they want to squeeze every last drop out of you. So hold on, hey, crypto is not taxable. Tax that thing, right? Figure out a way to tax every last event that it happens. You know, wallet to wallet transfer, tax it. Find a way to tax it, just like how USA not long before done their infrastructure, built and added crypto to it. You know what I mean? And said, right, everybody decentralized. I don't care who you are. You got to tell us who they are and everything. So they follow along. You see what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, they might change rules, but I don't think it's going to be anything, you know, for us. Yeah, we might have more taxes and whatnot. They might make things difficult. You know, regulations, like for example, there was a website. This is freaking hilarious. Absolute hilarious. Financial Conduct Authority is now slapping fines to news corporations, independent news corporations, who are promoting crypto. What the fuck? Excuse my language. What the fuck? Financial conduct aren't you related to do with finance? What the hell are you doing with marketing companies or promotional companies or independent media? Why are you going after them for? So why is Financial Conduct Authority going after websites? What the fuck? They're not selling any product. They're not selling any crypto. They're just pumping news. News, good and bad. Just like every other company. So why are you going after them for? It's freaking hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. I got I took a screenshot and I took the link. And it's true. FCA is now, why? You know what I mean? So you got to understand those kind of things. But yeah, I mean, I don't see why they're getting involved, but they're going to make life harder for the people. And for those people who already have it, they're going to try and squeeze as much as possible out of you. That's what they're going to do. So do understand that, and have a strategy. That's what I'm going to say. Of course, I mean, there are some, like when I do my private stuff, right? Private as in like when I do my private meetings or private thing, we talk about strategies, but it is what it is. So let's see what happens. Going back, Tether will fall, Ripple's USD will take over. Money says, money 0116, whatever. As I said, I don't care if Ripple has a USD, if Solana has a USD, if USDC is out there, is Tether or True USD. So many USD, by the way. I don't care which one it is, as long as it serves my purpose, which is when I need to dump it into a US stable coin, right? And then I need to wait and buy a dip or whatever. That's how I'm going to do it. That's how it is. Do you know what I mean? But if that becomes unviable for me, if that becomes unusable for me, if dollars collapse and it's gone to pennies now or some kind of shit, right? Doesn't matter. If that's happened, then I'll find something else. I'll find another crypto that is more stable. And guess what? The best crypto right now technically would be DAI, because DAI is not backed by a dollar. So DAI, if it still holds a dollar value, maybe DAI would be something I'll look at. But even if that has a problem, go somewhere else. You know what I mean? So there's nothing, I'm not favoring anything. I don't really care who lives and who dies, right? There's 4 million coins out there. Who cares, right? And there's like almost 200 countries out there. Who cares what one country thinks? It doesn't really matter. So it is what it is, right? Faisal says, rumors it launches next week. Let's see. If it does, I'll pick some up, right? Just for the jokes. Why not, right? LCX is a diamond, next BNB, great, no problem if you think that's what it is. Desi Track says, so if institutionally and not having a structure in place, nothing will change anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, even structure, okay, weren't we doing fine before the structure? We were doing fine. The regulation was here to protect us, right? But currently, we are prevented. So in the name of protection, right, in order to protect your funds, we won't give you a bank account. In order to protect your funds, we won't let you transfer money from your bank account to a crypto exchange. In order to protect your funds, we won't let you buy this crypto. In order to protect your funds, right, in order to protect, what kind of a regulation is that? My money, I burn it, do whatever. Oh, in order to protect your funds and protect you, we're not going to allow you to transfer your money to these people. What world are we living? How do people even accept that? You call that regulation? Is that regulation? That's not regulation. That's more like being in a freaking prison. Sorry to say that. That's what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. If the dollar starts to depreciate as speculated, what would happen to BTC and other crypto? They will pump to the moon. Because remember, BTC, so original pair of BTC was with the US dollar, right? And we kind of seeing, so it kind of in the design, not like it's not programmed, or kind of in the design, right? As BTC demand grows, and the supply is reduced because more people have it, the price of BTC grows. And in the same way, there's a 4-year pattern. In the same way, dollar, every year they add 3 to 4% more. So just based on that, 4 years down the line, you've already got 12 to 16% more dollars than you had before, right? That's every 4 years. So think about it. If you're having that kind of a number where you got 30% more dollars than you had before, so the dollar becomes worth less. Like, for example, I'll give you a good example. To print a $100 bill in the USA right now, today, to print a $100 bill, it costs 17 cents. 17 cents, right? So then you have a 17 cents going elsewhere, but it's only worth 17 cents. Do you know what I mean? So that's what it is. And also when you look at, I think a dollar currently is worth about, $20 cents or 25 cents. So it's like even less than that actually. So it's 3/4 less than what it's actually worth, because that's how much it's devalued over the time. So I can't talk too much on that. I don't have the data in front of me, but that's what it is. So yeah, it's been depreciating already because of the amount of money they've been printing. And the money that they're printing, by the way, it's not the money that you see. So Elhaz, you've got to understand this, my brother. When we're talking about money printing, a lot of people have this whole, immediately the thought is, oh, Federal Reserve's printing money, adding it to the balance sheet. No, that's not the money we're talking about. There's another money, same money, but it's being printed as a black market, like a whole dark motivation, out of people's sight. That's not even calculated. So those money are used to fund all sorts of other crazy stuff that we don't want to even talk about, right? That's what they're funding those money for. So they print those money to fund those things, right? And then what happens is, like a year later when the budgeting comes in, or 2 years later when the budgeting comes in, the amount of money is that was printed is added on as inflation to your current money. So if they've printed, say for example, you have $100 billion and someone else printed $100 billion, but you don't know about it. 5 years down the line, that 100 billion is added to your balance. All of a sudden, there's $200 billion. Well, now everything else, the price goes up, and that's how they devalue their currency. And that's the biggest problem. The current financial system is broke, by the way, because it's constantly devaluing itself. How does a financial system work like this? It's constantly degrading itself, devaluing the currency. And just justify it to keep things in balance, inflate. But hold on, we don't need inflation, because that inflation, taxation is different, right? Money goes in, money comes out, circulates, recirculates, come back again. Fine, that's not a problem. You take 25% off me, you're going to spend it somewhere. I'm going to see it. But with inflation, that's imaginary money being added, which is debasing your own currency. And it's happening globally, by the way. I'm not being political with anybody. It's a global situation. There's a global problem we have. That's not a good thing. Desitrack says, my bank wants me to invest into crypto through them instead of third party. No, and I guess your bank is Revolut, right? Revolut, or there's another company, I can't remember. I bet it's one of them. So yeah, of course, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? If they're already providing you with crypto, what they want you to buy through them, why would they want you to go elsewhere? You see what I mean? Right? However, Revolut, I used to have Revolut from back in the days. And in the beginning, when Revolut started to buy BTC, like sell BTC, I bought some BTC with Revolut. So originally, when I bought BTC on Revolut, did you know that BTC, I couldn't send it anywhere because it was just paper BTC? Currently, they have made real BTC, but originally it was just paper BTC. So I was like, I want to transfer my BTC. Like, oh, no, you can't transfer it. I'm like, what do you mean I can't transfer it? No, you can sell it, you can buy and sell, but you can't transfer. I'm like, well, hold on. You mean I haven't got real BTC? No, we holding the BTC. I'm like, what? So you're showing me a paper BTC? This is fake BTC? So all the hundreds of thousands of people that are going to come and buy some BTC are just buying fake BTC because there's no proof? Where's the proof of reserve? Do you know what I mean? So I had a right fallout with them and then we left. So I'm not with them anymore. But yeah, you know, we're going to get to a point, Desi, by the way, we're going to get to a point where when they have enough, when all the institutions has enough, right? They are gonna, the banks are gonna start offering it. Currently, the banks turn around and say, "Oh, you got like," I'm talking about traditional banks, by the way, high street banks, right? They're currently saying, sorry, Faisal, I'm gonna get back to you. I'm not sure. Yes, bro, it was the same for XRP Sham. I don't know what you're talking about. What context? What are we talking about? Are we talking about the banks here? I'm not sure. But anyway, I think we're talking about banks. But yeah, I mean, we're going to get to a stage where the banks will have enough control, right? That most people, when they buy stuff from the banks, unless they show, like for me, my case, right? If Barclays, Lloyds, TSB, Lloyds, right? Or NatWest or Halifax, if they're selling me BTC, I'm fine. Show me proof of reserve. I want it to be vetted. I want it to be audited. You show me proof of reserve. Because if you're holding one freaking BTC and you're trying to sell it to 1,000 people, I got a problem with you. That's a scam. That's a scam. So banks are going to be on board and majority of them are going to run a scam. They're going to run a scam. So be careful with that. That's what I'm going to say. Right? HSBC, yeah, HSBC, come on, Hong Kong China Bank, right? They were bearish. HSBC, so my HSBC wouldn't allow me to buy crypto once upon a time. I couldn't buy even £200-300 worth of something from Coinbase. They wouldn't allow me to transfer the money to Coinbase. Would you believe that? I remember they wouldn't allow me to transfer money to Binance. They wouldn't allow me, right? That's the kind of difficulty I had, right? A lot of the bank, Barclays, I had the same situation. In the beginning, Barclays were fine. And then later on, Barclays became funny. Like, oh, no, right? So I had a fallout with them and I left them, right? TSB was okay, right? Funny, TSB is okay to receive as much funds as possible, but you can't send from them. Oh, so you're allowed to receive from any Binance, Coinbase, whatever, but I can't send? What a freaking hypocrite, right? You want my money, but you don't want me to send it and make more money to bring it back? No, you don't want that, right? How does that work? Doesn't make any sense, right? Doesn't make any sense. So, okay, Faisal's saying the same thing. Yes, stop using them. I never realized Revolut was like that and don't use them anymore. It is what it is. Look, these are software banks. They are what they are, right? So, Desi, I know, I got you, my brother. Faisal says Revolut issue Sham. I couldn't move my XRP. It was paper, basically same as what you were just saying with BTC. They changed it not too long ago, but for a while it was like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the beginning, that's how it was. So in the beginning, I was excited, right? And I was able to buy, sell crypto. The Revolut, by the way, you could buy whatever amount. So if you got money in your account, you got 20 grand, no problem. They didn't have a problem, right? There is one time they did do some KYC. So there was once, the first time I did a large quantity, I did about 15 grand. They blocked my account. They blocked my account and they wanted me to call them. So they blocked the transaction. So I was sending it over to Binance. They blocked the transaction. They said, no, you can't send the money. We've got to speak to you. So they spoke to me. They said, why are you sending it? Where are you sending it? All of those questions, right? And I did some KYC, right? I said, yeah, I'm sending it to an exchange. They're like, do you have experience? Do you understand the risk? So they asked me those questions. I said, yeah. So they passed me. After that, I had unlimited. So unlimited, I can send whatever amount I want, no questions asked. They verified who I am. They verified where my money comes from. All of those things verified. That was just one time. After that, no problem. But then I had that BTC issue. I was like, what the hell's wrong with you? Hold on. I want to transfer my BTC that I bought here. I don't want to keep it with you. I bought it off you, fine, fair play. I don't care, I'm testing it. But I want to send it to some other place. You know what I mean? So please give me my BTC. And they had no BTC. I was like, okay. So it's just BS. Get lost. Not interested anymore. Do you know what I mean? So that's what it was. Money says Quant will make you millionaires just off 10k. Then you would buy XRP and BTC alone. Okay, great, my brother. Rinse and repeat like Five Guy Burgers. Laugh my ass off. We've got okay, five Guy Burgers. Is that a new thing? Because we do have Five Guys. But our Five Guys Yeah, they do burgers as well, but they're called Five Guys. Yeah, okay, I think it's the same one anyway. Money says Binance is dead. For most people, it is dead. It died for me a few years ago. It died for me when the UK regulation came into effect. However, Binance has honored all of its customers. It says, look, you can't trade with fiat. Fiat gateway is blocked. If you want to sell and send your GBP, we will send it to your bank account, not an issue. So in the UK, basically. So Binance will send any fiat you have, they will send it back to your account without any issues. But we cannot deposit fiat. However, when you do crypto, it's unlimited. Do whatever you want. So with crypto, I can do unlimited USDT, USDC, whatever, unlimited, no problem. BTC, unlimited, no problem, right? So there's no issues at all. So yeah, maybe dead for some people, but not dead for other people, you know? And then there are plenty of other exchanges we deal with anyway, so not an issue. Faisal says, if you move crypto to crypto card, Sham, and let's say go to shop and buy with that crypto card, does that fall under CGT rules? Capital gains? Yeah. Well, that's what they're saying, isn't it? Which is the most pathetic thing, right? I mean, that's what they're saying. As soon as you do that one transaction, whether you buy a packet of crisps, it's taxable event, right? So now you have to keep an account of that. How stupid is that? I mean, you're going to keep an account of every single penny you spent? Honestly, the whole rule is just pathetic. They need to reshape that, do whatever, and make it a lot more easier for people. They're going to benefit from that. Imagine UK turned around and says, we are crypto friendly. We are crypto friendly. We're not going to tax the crap out of you. We're going to be totally friendly with you. Bring your business here. Believe me, there are people around the world, businesses and projects around the world who flood over to UK. Flood over to UK. In fact, a lot of countries are flooding over to Ireland. Why? Because Ireland's friendly, 5% tax. It's friendly. People are flooding over to Dubai. Why? You think Dubai would have survived? Dubai would be a bloody desert right now. Why are people going to Dubai? No tax, right? And in fact, if you are going from international, there is some taxes, right? You go to the free zone. Do whatever you want. So there are things, people are bringing business over because that brings the money. And when the money comes in, your country does better. But if you're a puppet of a certain country, you can't really do much. So I'm not going to say nothing, right? So Elha says, but millionaires' strategy would not be devalue in short term to monopolize most of the BTC and increase the value of BTC later. Yeah, it is what it is. BTC goes up, it down, it doesn't matter. What matters is how much money you're keeping this season. Are you buying the dip? Did you buy the bottom? Did you make money? And if you've made money, are you keeping your money? What is your plan? That's what matters. Forget about everyone else. Who cares about millionaires? Who cares about whales? I don't care about nobody. I care about myself. You should also care about yourself before everybody else, right? You need to focus on how much money you're going to make, how much money you have already made, and how much profit you're going to keep. If you don't have any of that, then you've got a bigger problem. Forget the millionaires. You've got a bigger problem. So, you know, if you make $1 million, keep that money, bro. If you've already made it, bro, lock out as much as possible. You need to keep those. It's very important, right? Don't fall for that trap. Oh, I'm going to hodl, I'm going to do this. Don't fall for that. These are just numbers. Don't worry about numbers, right? You need to make as much money as you can, right, to have a better life yourself. That's more important. Right? Pay your taxes, pay your dues, whatever. But you need to keep that money. Think about yourself, right? Forget what the market does. Forget what BTC is going to do. Forget what Quant is going to do. None of that matters. We don't care what they do. Forget them. What are you going to do? That's what matters. Hope that understands. Oh, man. Money says, what's the best cold wallet you would suggest? Tangent wallets are good or not? They're all good. Listen, they all have their flaws. They all have their pros, right, and cons, right? Let's just put it this way. One of the biggest flaws a lot of these centralized companies have is when you're buying, they collect your data. Now, there's a trick, right? If you want to avoid that, because obviously then if they get hacked, whatnot, your data gets leaked, everybody knows that you own one of those and all sorts of other crap, right? There's a hack, right? I'm going to tell you there's a hack, right? There's a way of dealing with it. So when you go and buy a Tangent or buy a Trezor or buy a Ledger or whatever, right? There's so many out there right now, right? EliPal and whatnot. There's so many. If you do go and buy one of them, buy under somebody else's address or somebody else's email or something like that. I would prefer somebody else's PO box or something, right? So you use a PO box, buy it with a whole different email, right? When you get it, you reset the shit out of it, right? Reset everything. Don't even bother. When you open it, reset it, right? Reset it and then get some new seed phrases, new everything, and then use it, and they're fine. Yeah, they're fine. There's nothing wrong. There's no good or bad thing. Because what a lot of people forget, your cold storage is nothing. Your device? You think the device is important? No, who cares about the device? When you get the device, take your 24 or 12 digit, whatever you want to get, but normally it's 24. You get your 24 seed phrase. They normally give it to you on a piece of paper. In fact, the other wallets they give you a metal piece of thing, right? You put it on that. That's your BTC, not the wallet, not the device. That little USB thing, that's nothing. Chuck it in the bin. Chuck it in the bin. As soon as you got your 12 digit seed phrase, chuck it in the bin. Chuck it in the bin, bro, because that's not worth it. So forget who the company is. It's that 24 digit seed phrase. That's your money. That's your money. Remember that. So increase from here, and would the time to buy be now, as many millionaires are talking about? Yeah, I mean, look, if you're buying for a long-term perspective, if you have a long-term perspective and you have a strategy, like for example, if you buy today, there's no harm. Go right now and buy. Not an issue, right? I'm not giving you financial advice, but if you go right now and buy, it doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, like what I always say, is you need to have a stop loss, right? Which means, okay, if the market goes the other direction, how much am I willing to lose? All of it or maybe 5%? Well, you do the decision. Which one's better for you, 5% or maybe all of it, right? You know, and if it is all of it, okay, I'm not out. I still hold the coin. Now I might have to hold on to it for 5 years. Am I prepared? That's all I'm saying. To ask yourself those questions, have that strategy in place, then buy. It doesn't matter when you buy. Buy on a red, buy on a green, doesn't matter. If you know the trend, other trend is going up anyway, market is going up, market's going up. Right? It is what it is. You know what I mean? So, Faisal says, facts, man. Scary when you see the numbers of millionaires leaving the UK. Imagine after the run. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. It's sad. You know what I mean? It's absolute sad, right? And it's sad for other countries as well who are not embracing this, right? Forget crypto. I'm not even talking about crypto, right? Taxation has gone to the point where it's now taking clothes off your back. It's a disaster. The greed, right? Because the governments are doing it because they can. I know someone came the other day like, well, what if we go against them? Do it, change it. If you can change the policies, do it. But you can't. We're in a level right now. We've come to this. Everyone's brainwashed. Most people are brainwashed. Most people don't even have an opinion, right? You might go on a protest, right? And 100 people, right? Or, you know, or let's say 1,000 people go on a protest. You might have 2-3 people in the front line who are actual activists. The rest of them are just a bunch of sheeps, right? They'll follow along. And the moment they see something happen where they're not comfortable, they're gone. They vanish. They vanish into the crowd. You know, I'm not saying fight or anything like this. None of that, right? But they just vanish into the crowd. Why? Because they don't have the balls. They don't have the balls to do anything, right? You know what I mean? They're just there for the show, for whatever, make them feel good, right? Probably for self-satisfaction. That's it. They're not there for anything else. The real activists are the ones who are going to stand the ground and say, right, no, we're going to stand the ground. That's what we're here for. Please change that, right? They're going to shout and scream about it. Of course, they're not going to break anything. That's a whole different story. That's legal thing, right? So you don't have to break anything, but they're going to shout and scream about it. They're going to show that solidarity. And doesn't matter what happens, they're not going to back off. Those are the real people. But the rest of them, you see them just vanish into the crowd, right? Oh no, sorry, we weren't there. I wasn't there. Faisal says many more will leave. Yeah, that's happening soon. I'm leaving anyway. Desi Track says, I just used a phone that's only for crypto. Funny, I also do the same as well, Desi. So I own both Apple and Android, and not only one Android, I own a couple of Androids. So I do have a device that's been kind of, it's disconnected. It's not on the internet. It's kind of disconnected. So I have a few backups of that, but I don't have it at home. It's just in case something happens to this device, and I can't. And by the way, even on this device, this is my regular daily driver. I've only got limited access. So I don't have all the passwords for all of the stuff because you don't want to save it here. So it's just limited stuff here. So I have another device elsewhere, somewhere safe, where I have some of the stuff. But even there, it's not main stuff. Major stuff, it's your 12-digit seed phrase. And that's it. You take your device, you do your thing, you put your coins in there. And then if you've got a good memory, you memorize it. I've got bad memory. So I had to basically destroy it and just chuck it away. So all my BTC that's sitting somewhere, God knows where it is. I don't even know. I don't have access to it. Mark's back. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. El Hassan, sorry, I didn't get to watch your review about TRX. I'm not doing a TRX review, my brother. TRX could go to the moon. It's already gone to the moon, by the way. It shouldn't have pumped that much, right? But it's done what it's done. But ultimately, what you got to look at, don't focus on this coin and that coin and this and that. I've said this many times. This entire bull run, I've said it, right? When we're in a bull run, right, or a end of the bull market, when we're about to hit the altcoin season, it doesn't matter what you buy. Everything pumps. What matters is whether you bought it before or whether you're planning to buy now. If you're planning to buy now, then you have to understand the risks. If you're not going to calculate your risk and you're just going to go in with the mindset, I'm going to pump to the moon, you're making the biggest mistake, right? You don't make that mistake. In order to avoid that, you have to buy with the, like, okay, maybe it might go down. I might want to stop out. I might want to save my funds, or I might hold for another 2-3 years, all right? Altcoin season already started. So Manuel says, when is the altcoin season starting? Altcoin season already started a couple of weeks ago, right? If not a month ago, it already started, but BTC is preventing it from shooting up. So that's what I'm seeing. BTC dip. I want to see a dip. Even now, I'm not happy what BTC is doing. This is not good. This doesn't look good. So let's see what happens. You know what I mean? So Tron is still promising or not showing it. No, Tron is a scam. It's a scam coin. It's a scam coin. I'm not even going to go there. Mark says use a VPN. VPN's good, but even VPN, you can't trust it, because there are some VPNs who say they won't share it, but when they get a massive court subpoena, they go. Even anti whatever, like in Netherlands, there was a company in Netherlands that the CIA went and got the data. They did that. There was another one in Switzerland. They also bent over as well. So when the real push comes, they do bend over. It depends what it is. So it depends on the level. A random dude like you and me, they probably don't care. But remember, you're passing it through somebody else's server. So unless you know how to set up a VPN service in your own home with your own hardware device. So if you have an encryption, decryption software, which you can buy, by the way, I'm not going to say too much. You can buy and you can set it up and you can have your internet route through that to the world, right? Then your data is safe, right? So if you have a scrambler or some sort of an encryption, decryption, you're safe. If you buy the device, buy a server yourself and do it yourself, that is fine. But if you're trusting somebody else, nothing is safe. Nothing is safe, right? You should got to trust them, that's what I'm going to say. Faisal says, look at alts, they already pumped 300%. Yeah, I mean, some of them pumped even more. Some of them are already 10x. You know what I mean? Some of them are 10x. So, but a lot of people don't see that because they're coming in now, hence why they're seeing that. Mani says, yeah, I hear you. Early November, alt started pinging off. Yes, a lot of them did. You know, and yeah, we've already been in it. But there's another, like when we say alt season, right? So alt's moving, doing a few percent here and there. That's different. You know, a few green candles. That's not an alt season. That's just the market kind of going together, right? Everything's moving in tandem, in rhythm, right? Like a freaking dance, right? So everyone's having a little bit of a dance. That's not that big. When we say altcoin season, we mean BTC just stays exactly where it is and everything else starts shooting. You know that rocket sign, right? Or that rocket meme. This becomes, every one of them become a rocket meme, right? That's the level when we're talking about altcoin season. So whatever gains you see, don't worry about it. Altcoin season brings even more. That's what we want to see. Do you know what I mean? So that's an altcoin season. So for us, it started already, right? Yes, 200-300% here and there. Yeah, fine, no worries. But we're expecting a lot more because remember, a lot of these coins haven't even gone to their previous all-time high. So yeah, this is the beginning. This is the beginning. But it's also the beginning of the end. So I hope that makes sense. Right. Desi Track says, respect for today. Gotta go, inshallah. See ya in the next one. Awesome, my brother. Thank you very much. If there is any other questions, yeah, leave some comments or whatnot and I'll get back to you. But I'll definitely do one of those chart ones on a proper landscape, and I probably won't do another stream like this format with your double, because you guys are having an issue, I can see, right? So I hope you guys don't have this issue. We'll do another format next time. So and hopefully everyone enjoys the stream a lot more. So thank you, my brother. It's been an absolute pleasure. I will see you when I see you. Probably we'll do another one tomorrow or something, I don't know, but when we do, right? So it is what it is, right? Faisal says, I'm off too, Sham. Phone is about to die. Been a good one as usual. I don't even know, how long have we been on? Fucking hell, 2 hours. Oh my god, man, I'm also gonna go. Money says 5k done for man the XLM alone. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, listen, coins will move. Coins will move, right? Money, you gotta understand this. Coins will move. Everything will move, right? But like for myself and like even yourself, right? If you're buying certain coins, yeah, you might have a certain budget, or there might be a particular pick. Don't just pick one and stick to it. Pick 5, pick 10, whatever. You pick your coins. No one's going to say what to pick. There's 4 million coins out there. Choose whatever. But I normally recommend stick to the page 1 of CoinMarketCap, number 1. And if you're not that brave, like me, stick to the top 10 or top 20. They're the most reliable coins out there. Yes, if they might pump and dump, but they're the most reliable. So they're the most safest, I would say, right? Of course, nothing is 100% safe. So that's what I would basically look at. Now, of course, there are other coins out there, legacy coins. We talk about legacy coins. Those are old coins. They've battle tested. They've proven themselves that they're not going to rug and they're not going to move. They haven't died, right? So those ones, yeah, if you see some of them, you pick them and you sit on them. So 10 of them or whatever. And then you see the moves. You know what I mean? And trust those coins. That's what I'm going to say. Trust those coins. They will move. When the market moves, everything will move, right? And there will be some coins that you missed that has done a 10,000% or whatever. Ignore that. Don't worry about it. Look at your own coins. Make the money from your coins. And whatever you do, always protect your funds, especially, right, your profits. If you've made profit, take your initial out, right? That's what I'm going to say. Hate me for it, but take your initial out. Then you're going to enjoy the market even more. Because believe me, wouldn't you enjoy the market with free money? If the free money is pumping for you, so you're not invested, you haven't invested a penny, wouldn't you enjoy that more? So I think a lot of you guys would. Do you know what I mean? So think about it that way. So Money says salute. I think he's going. No problem. I'm also going to go now as well anyway. Alhes says, do you think the altcoin season could cool down after the start of the I don't know, bro. I don't think. Listen, politics and crypto, I know a lot of people like to connect dots. When I'm talking about numbers and when I'm talking about charts and the patterns and this and that, believe me, my brother, I don't care about the news. I don't. By the way, it's a fact. I don't watch TV, like news. I don't listen to radio news and this and that. None of that. Right? I don't do any of that stuff. Why? Because when I'm talking about stuff, I'm talking about the chart. The chart is the pattern. Yeah, they might connect somehow, right? There might be a little bit of a pump or a little bit of a dump because of something on a particular day, but also it could be a freaking coincidence. Because a lot of the time, what you'd find is we've already talked about it. We're already talking about how it could dump. We're already talking about how it could pump. We're already talking about how it's unpredictable, how this might happen, that might happen. So if we're already talking about it, when did the news, unless the news is copying what we already talked about, because sometimes we're talking about a week before, 2 weeks before, right? And then they're doing it. So some people like to connect dots. Don't worry about that. All I'm going to say is filter out the noise. Ignore all the noise, all the hype, all the FUD, all of that. Ignore that. Focus on the chart, because the trend is your friend. And a trend is not set by the data you hear today, the news you're going to hear today. The trend is set by the past, right? So go back 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 15, 20 candles. That's where the trend was created. The trend wasn't created today, right? Or any future news. It's got nothing to do with that. So think about it that way. As for, crypto friendliness and, one government accepting it over another, whatever, some countries accepting it, putting it on the balance sheet, that's a whole different story. Yeah, we're all excited about that. And yes, that would definitely pump the market. So those are good news for us, right? But when we're looking at the market at in a bigger picture and looking at the charts, those have nothing to do with the current news. When you start thinking like that, you realize that it's true. There's nothing to do with the news. It's just everybody else connecting the dots. Money says, what are you saying? VeChain 6010? I would love that. I'm holding VeChain since 2017. So yeah, good luck. If those are the 60 days, I'm going to be freaking rich. $60, bro. 60 or 10, well, bro, I'll be freaking rich. Elias says, thanks for the answers. Of course, my brother. When you're back on tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow I'll probably do another live stream. But other than that, it's been 2 hours and 21 minutes. Wasn't expecting that on this stream. With this multi thing, one of the stream actually after 2 hours it died. It says, no, you've been on it too long. So, but I do appreciate all of you guys coming here. Thank you very much for those of you guys who did stick around. Mani, Elhaz, and Desitrack, Faisal, all of you guys that have stuck around for the 2 hours to listen to me blab around, right? This maniac here. I do appreciate that. If you are here for the first time, or you're new, do consider subscribing. We are trying to grow the channel. Smash those like button, you know, like if you, as I said, and other than that, yeah, let me catch you guys on another one, hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, if I've got the energy. If I'm not busy, I'll jump on, but I'll probably do one similar time, but I'm not going to do it on this platform. I'm going to use the YouTube's direct app to do it. It's much better, right? So Money says keep the live coming. Salute, legend. No, salute to you too. You guys are the legends, because if you aren't here, then who am I going to talk to? You know what I mean? So but I do have a sore throat now, honestly. My throat is so definitely catch you guys tomorrow. So around the similar time, we'll do another live tomorrow. Yeah, other than that, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate all of you coming here. Adios, my amigos.